This is how you order all this delivery. All right, we have got an unbelievable show, guys. I'm telling you, there's a reason the audience is standing up and lighting a match. Shout out to everybody that's here, guys. This is an unexpected Crossfire. I was going to do a video today, and, you know, I was talking to Crap last night. He says, Mooch, you are crazy. It's the hype day of the year. What are you doing? We got to do a pre-show. We got to do a live show, and he's right, because it's going to be great. And I got news for you.
Always great.
It is great. It's going to be fantastic. I want to say shout out to everybody that's in the chat. You guys are all awesome. Please do tweet it out. Let everybody know that we're here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, let me just say real quick. I want to do a quick roll call to all the great Mooch Maniacs out there, the family members to the channel. Shout out to Sir X-Man, Midway Monster, JudaZuk, WoolleyGamer, Ben Link, TrueWiddy, The Wise Old Gamer, Failed Pyromancer, Frostbite Slash, Jacob Evans, Tactical Gamer, Marlesco. Welcome back, Ice Queen Gaming. Welcome back, Wraith The Emperor, our major Mooch Maniacs. Welcome back, 4-star General. It's great to have that background drop. I love it, crap. Shaun Slamka.
Nobody's going to know it but us, but
That's true. That is true. You have to be born past a certain date. Shout out to Brian B, a.k.a. Delirium Blades. This is a new one. Audible Fart 507. I don't care if it's a wacky name. I love it anyway. VIP Mooch Maniacs, Remarkable Knights, Van W, a.k.a. The Butcher Van, Rich Kreischer, Rated D Demonic, Doggy Dog 420, Percolator 9000, and our honorable mentions, Matt Bradley, Lucifer, Masshole 1977, and the great Wilmy Hood, and the forever Mooch Maniac, Longshot 316. Guys, you are here for a reason, and that reason is the PS5 event that is going on in 60 minutes. Shout out to Link to Light, who gave a let's go, bros, Mooch and Crap in the house, and also Van Pride 64 for the phenomenal super chats. The super chat's working. Who would have known? Let's start with the one and only, the man that you guys are all clamoring to hear what he's got to say, his predictions, the Crap Gamer. Crap, how you doing today?
Hey, you know what? I'm doing good. I didn't sleep very much. Look, Jessica Pham already in the chat.
Thank you, Jessica.
Donations. That's awesome. You know, it's been an exciting time. Listen, we're 2 months away from the launch of this console, and I got to say, you know, it hasn't really felt like other traditional console launches, and I know due to the pandemic, stuff like that, it's bound to happen, but I'm finally starting to feel it on the PlayStation side, where, you know, they're putting out these commercials that really kind of remind you of maybe early last gen. Remember when they did the, you know, it's a perfect day, and they did those commercials, and they really kind of brought you into it or whatever. I'm starting to see that, and then, you know, so it's exciting on that side. You know, I'm very happy. I want to see what they have to show off, the price, the release dates. When can we pre-order this stuff? It's going to be absolutely incredible. I can't wait.
Let me just say this much, Crap. Everything you just said, I hope we can kind of get an early, just our predictions on a lot of those questions you just asked, and then we'll see if Sony actually raises those to the top or waters us down. Shout out to Jessica Pham. She said the super chat's working. Let's go. Jessica, thank you so much for that unbelievable super chat. That means the world to me and the channel. Thank you so much. Let me get to our next special guest that we have here, though, today. He is known as, and let me tell you something. Before I give him his title, I got in trouble for this. So shout out J-Dub, you're going to have to unmute for this one. I had Jay Barry on. Shout out to the great Jay Barry, who was on just a week or so ago. And I said the leader of the PlayStation Nation, and he says, hold up. Let's not get titles confused here. I said, well, don't tell Jay I said it, but Jay's on the show right now. The leader of the PlayStation Nation, J-Dub City. Jay, welcome back to the channel, buddy. How you doing today?
Boy, what's going on? Kratos is back in the building. As you can see, man, I just like Crap, man. I hadn't slept in the last couple of days, anticipating this moment. We're literally 55 minutes away from greatness, and man, this is, as being a gamer, this is what we live for. This is the time we live for.
I completely agree. And that's what I'm saying, Jay. I really want to take everyone's ideas, and I have topics set up for us to kind of discuss. to kind of eat away at these 60 minutes. And they're going to be topics that you're all going to want to listen to in the chat. We kind of had a pre-show before, and we were getting into it. And I said, guys, hold your opinions. This is podcast gold. Gold, crap. Gold. Okay?
Gold.
Absolutely. So let me get to my next guest here. You guys know him. He's got a bit of an allegiance. He's got a following growing, and it's getting bigger by the moment. It's Supernova Gaming. Supernova, you were just on recently on CrossFire, buddy, and you lit the channel on fire. Welcome back, buddy. How you doing today?
Let's go. Hype levels reaching fucking critical mass over here, man. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely, buddy. I can't wait to hear your input. And then I figured, I've got Supernova Gaming, I got Crap Gamer, I've got J-Dub City. I've got to make sure that we keep this podcast grounded a bit, right? So when you're thinking, how do I keep this podcast from getting a little too much helium in it? Who do you invite? The one and only Dark Goldblum himself, Dark Optimus, is back on the show. Dark, how you doing today?
Good, man. I'm ready, 50-something minutes. We're going to see a big pile of shit.
He's here to keep us in check.
This is not an Xbox show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Oh,
It's
shit.
a PlayStation show.
I forgot.
No need to temper expectations here. I'm telling you, man.
So great. And shout out to Hustle and Motivate, who's going to be joining us shortly. Can't wait. Shout out to Sergeant Salty Nuts with the $2.99 donation. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's get into our first subject here, Crap. And I'll be honest with you. I think when it comes down to it, there's a situation going on right now with price, launch window games, and you kind of covered this in your introduction. What do you think that we can expect just from the forefront? Are we going to get price? Probably going to get price at the end of the show, but will the launch games we see the games that are only going to be available this November, or are we going to see a window of games coming possibly in the next 6 months?
They said they want to show what's coming at launch and beyond. So I'm going to assume that we're going to probably get stuff that's going to come out in 2021 as well. Like, I would love to see, some Horizon Forbidden West gameplay. Obviously, Spider-Man, Miles Morales gameplay. I would love to see some Demon Souls gameplay.
Yes.
Maybe some of the stuff that people forget about. And I know it's not big because I'm always known as this AAA guy, but I always feel at launch, you need that stuff that's big and small and in between. So, Sackboy, is that coming? Like, that looks like a good platformer. Destruction All-Stars looks like, something that's going to be good. What about Gran Turismo 7? Like, when are these games coming out? Can we get some more gameplay? And I feel like we'll probably get that, maybe surprise us with a couple of things, because again, Microsoft are the complete polar opposite right now. Their literal whole entire concept of buy their consoles are for old stuff, right?
Yes.
Play 3 generations or 4 generations, whatever. And Sony's like, well, we're going to tune in to see what's going to be there at launch and beyond. So they're more looking to the future because they obviously have games ready to go, and I think that's going to be a big selling point for them. And I think that that's something that a lot of people are going to be tuning in for. I mean, I want to see games. We want to see games running on it, and I think that's exactly what we're going to get. So 40 minutes, I figure probably 35 minutes are going to be like games and stuff like that, and then they'll end it with prices, release date, and hey, you can pre-order it at this date. Maybe they go in and go the 19th, pre-order it on the 19th.
Do you think it matters? Crap, this is a question for you, but if the panel wants to chime in. Do you think that they're going to wait and be a week later than Microsoft? Do you think that rumor is true, that they'll ship a week after Microsoft intends?
I mean, that could be true, but I think also getting pre-orders up maybe before Microsoft would be a little bit more important. Microsoft is launching to a very weak lineup. So I feel like, even though maybe some casuals might, I don't think casuals buy consoles at launch anyway. And I don't think $299 is a casual price point as much as other people. I think $199 is. But I just think that there's not that major game that you want to get, and the fact that right now, I think even if Microsoft was going to remove their paywall for gold, right? The only thing they've done, and they say they were going to do that because Halo was going to launch free to play. Yeah. That's been pushed back a year. So until that point, if you got to buy an Xbox Series S, and even if you want to get one to play Fortnite and Apex and Warzone, you have to pay at least $100 a year for gold now on that Xbox, right? Or 120 or 180 for gold and Game Pass, right? Like, so that can't be kind of discounted as well, and the memory or the storage shortage as well in that console. So there's a lot of things that kind of come into play here. Microsoft just announced, I saw this come across my feed, that the Xbox Series X is going to be in limited supply. So that's going to be sort of an issue for them. I think no matter how many consoles Sony makes, they're going to be in limited supply because people are going to want them. It's PlayStation. Like I say that, and people just kind of look at me like, damn. But even yesterday, right? I made a tweet. I was like, look, the time for excuses is over. Microsoft has the most powerful console, the cheapest console, Game Pass, Play Anywhere. They have EA Play in this. They have they implemented crossplay. So there's no more of that. You need to get the same console as your friend to play with your friend. There's literally no excuses. If they get outclassed, they get outclassed for one reason and one reason only. It's the games. I don't understand why this is such a hard concept. And then you see what they say and give themselves an L today, where they literally, and this is their quote. This is a quote from Microsoft today, right? Having Halo at our launch would have been tremendous, but we are not reliant on massive exclusive titles to drive console adoption. Our players will have thousands of games from 4 generations of Xbox to play on launch day.
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to say you're not going to be reliant on massive exclusive titles? Like, that to me, if you're not relying on that now, are you ever going to be relying? Can we ever trust that's going to be a situation? So I worry about that. And then I'm more excited though.
They're making lemonade out of. They're making lemonade. That's all it is.
I mean, it tastes like shit though. It's garbage. Of course that's a problem. So for me, they're the more closer we get to the launch of these consoles, the less interested I am in the Xbox, and even more interested I am in the PlayStation, because it looks like PlayStation has things right. Like, a lot of people wonder about the backwards compatibility. Like, Sony said there's going to be over 4,000 games backwards compatible, and people are like, but we want to know details. I'm like, what other details you need? They say over 4,000 games are going to be backwards compatible. It's like, let's focus on the future. They're saying there's going to be 4,000 plus backwards compatibility games. Let's focus on the new stuff. That's the reason why we get new consoles anyway. So yeah, we got to get there. We got to get to the point where we're going to see the gameplay. We're going to see that kind of stuff. And to date, if they do show us a bunch of gameplay on a PS5, then we still haven't seen a single stitch of new gameplay for new games on the Xbox Series X, and that's a huge problem. So for me anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing some gameplay, prices, release dates, and pre-order dates. I want to make sure I get my stuff locked in. How are they going to do that is what I'm wondering. Like, are we going to have to pre-order online? Can we go into a GameStop? You know what I'm saying? There's still questions to be answered, so that's what I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yep. No, and I want to kind of just revert over to J-Dub. Jay, we were talking before the show started, and you said basically this is kind of like I'll use it in my terms. I said, like, it's Game 7, right? This is Game 7. You said if they hit that home run in the 9th inning, PlayStation deserves all the credit. If not, basically what you were saying, it's their game to lose. What's your take on what are the pros and the cons as you walk into the 4 o'clock show, Eastern time, of course?
Well, obviously there's a lot more pros than cons, right? They're the market leader already, so they have the fan base, they have the mind share, which that's better than money. They can't buy the mind share. The mind share is something that you gain over decades and decades and decades of putting this stuff together. They know their fan base, they know their market, they know who they're catering to, and you can just look at the tweets that they put out prior to this event for the last couple of days. You got Herman Holtz, Jim Ryan, and the rest of those guys. They're all tweeting out. Even the heads of all their first party studios they're hyped. They're rallying the troops, and so therefore the fan base is going to be there for them. Now, what I don't want to have happen is I don't want them to under deliver. And when I say under deliver, right, as much as they showed us so far, great compelling reason to buy a PlayStation 5 over any of the other systems. That's undisputable. But what we would like to see is a price, release date, and we do want them to show us the future as they've teased. So that means they're going to show us stuff that we haven't seen before. I'm looking forward to some of the sequels and some of the wish list items from Kratos himself. So I think I don't want them to stumble. I don't want to see, a bunch of indie games up there. I don't want them to waste a lot of time on stuff like that. Show us the big stuff. Go hard and go home. It's their ball game to lose. Even if the show turns out a 50-60 to most people, they're still far ahead of the competition, so it wouldn't matter. But that would kind of let me down as a gamer and as a fan of PlayStation. I want to see them knock it out the park. We've been waiting the last couple of events for them to hit that home run, and they kind of they won the game, but they didn't really beat the competition by much. And so I want them to beat them by a football then.
So
wait, they won by decision and not a knockout.
Right. But you mentioned something, Jay, and let's be honest. I think our friend Corey Balrog has said quite a few things over the past few days, changing his banner on Twitter and such. Are we expecting, myself personally, and listen, this is where I temper expectations. Crap's not going to want me to do this, but everyone's expecting a visible, whether it be a sign, whether it be a flash of God of War 2. I'm not necessarily going there. Jay, would you go there? Because I know Crap's kind of leaning towards we might see something.
Well, yes. I think for the most part, with not only him teasing some stuff, but some of the other underground rumors and just all the stars aligning kind of makes sense. Guys have went back and looked at, I think, a thread they have, and it says Ragnarok is coming. So I don't know, man. But again, if that doesn't happen, I will kind of be disappointed. But again, at the end of the day, if Sony didn't say we're going to show this, then I think our expectation has to be I can't be mad if they don't show SOCOM because they never said that SOCOM was going to be there, right? But me internally, I would hope to see SOCOM or a new Resistance game or a big long laundry list of old games that I want them to bring back.
So, Supernova, let me ask you this question. We were talking about it before the show. I feel like everyone feels like there's going to be one big surprise. My surprise that I think we're going to see is what Jay just alluded to this. Whether it be SOCOM or it be another, I think we're going to see Sony launch this console either day one or in the launch window with a multiplayer game that we just don't see very often from Sony. My money, if this was a gambling table, I'd put my chips on multiplayer factions for The Last of Us 2. But that seems to be quiet. I'm shocked there hasn't been more buzz around that. Supernova, what do you think the big surprise would be? Would it be something coming from Sony Santa Monica? Would it be something like SOCOM? Maybe I'm right, or do you have your own theory?
I honestly have no idea. It could be anything. And we keep getting hints of things. Insomniac keeps hinting at Resistance. We're getting this thing with Corey where he's making it seem like maybe there's going to be something with God of War. All I know is that PlayStation is not afraid to announce games that are a ways out. So we could very easily see a teaser for God of War and it not be a game that comes out till 2023. They're not afraid to show us games that are a ways out because we don't care. We want them to be as soon as possible, but we aren't upset if we see something and it's a ways out. So there's a possibility we could see something crazy like a God of War or something like that. But in terms of whether to be a multiplayer game in the launch window, I have no idea. I have no expectations for what the surprises could be. I'm just hoping that it's something that's awesome. That's all I know.
I completely agree. Crap, there's a question for you here in the chat. I'll read it real quick. One Typical says, VR? Crap, do you think we're going to see any VR today? And shout out to, go ahead, Crap. Go ahead and answer it. Go ahead.
I doubt it. I think that they're going to focus on the PS5 by itself for a little bit. And then I think we won't see stuff on the new VR stuff probably for a couple of years. Which makes a lot of sense. Wait for the tech to come down a little bit. I have a feeling that VR is growing. I've been seeing it across my timeline a lot today. So I really feel like Sony's in on the ground floor on that. And if we get a wireless headset next gen, I feel like that's all. That's going to be the big tipping point for a lot of people. And I feel like that's going to be what we're going to look. A Splinter Cell VR game, Assassin's Creed VR game got announced today.
Yeah,
people are going more and more with VR, and I'm not saying it's going to replace anything else. You're going to be able to get a regular experience and a VR experience, but even the Hitman series is using VR. I really like it, Ben. I like the options for VR on a lot of different things, so it's exciting.
It's going to become more and more mainstream as it becomes more and more accessible, as it becomes less expensive, as the technology gets better. VR is going to be more and more mainstream. Like, there's no doubt about it.
I love it, man. I love VR.
Oh, it's awesome.
Shout out to Crap's been selling VR to me for a long time. I finally bought in. I'll tell you this much. So to go with Supernova just said, not only are those games and everything just becoming more of a household name with VR, but now the Oculus Quest 2 has been announced, and I believe the pre-orders went up today, and it's an easy $299. That's a price point to reach. And you're untethered. You know, you're not wired at all, and it's supposed to be that much more glorious than the first Quest. So, you know, myself personally, shout out to the great Wilmy Hood, he hooked me up with it. I got to be honest with you, the Rift S is an unbelievable device, an absolutely unbelievable device. But to be able to say that I might be able to come as close as I can to having a Rift S on my head, right? And no joke, Quest 2 being $299 and take that to any room where you've got plenty of area to play and not run into things and be untethered. That's what Supernova is talking about. VR is becoming a little bit more within every gamer's reach, where before it just seemed more like a nuisance. You know?
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, that was my take on that as well. Dark Optimus, I got to get you in here, buddy. Just think about this for a second. Well, you may want to comment on your good friend Brap in the chat here. Shout out to Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. He says, greatness is here today. He sounds like the gentleman that landed down for, representing Thanos. He says, Barlog is working on a science fiction game, allegedly. Mooch, the 3080 series reviews are in. PC Master Race. I'm waiting for that 3090 card, but who knows how long we got to wait in line for that. Dark Optimus, what is your expectations? I know you're going to kind of keep everything grounded, but I know deep down inside you're looking forward to either some titles yourself that you're looking forward to, or maybe some prices that may kind of encourage you to buy day one or buy more than one on day one. Did Dark Optimus leave the room?
Dark Goldblum. That's one big pile of shit.
Paging Dark Goldblum. This is what happens when you get California people on the air.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Well, there it is.
Well,
find a way.
I'll find a way back to the mic. Okay. Well, while he's getting his latte, I will say this much. I want to kind of get into coffee. No, I'm only kidding. I want to get into prices, guys. This is a big deal for me. Crap, I've just kind of felt this way, especially since the $299 price was listed with the Xbox Series S. I tweeted out almost immediately, that I felt that if Sony comes in with the digital edition of the PS5 at $399, it doesn't remove the glorious $299 price tag, but it wipes a little bit of the polish off because you're getting a full-fledged next generation console for just $100 more. Does that hold weight, Crap, or am I way off with that $100 mark?
Well, I mean, listen, yeah, the $100 mark is important because, like I said on CrossFire, I think last week, a lot of consumers will see just the first digit price, so they see a $200 for the Xbox Series S, right? They don't see the $99. So if you go above the $399 mark, then consumers are going to see a $4, and that's going to look to them like a $200 difference, and that might be too much for people. So you got to kind of stay within that $100 price range, and then sell yourself on, well, you're going to get this game bundled in with it. You're going to get more storage, a console that's more than twice as powerful. We've got exclusives. We got all this great stuff, and I feel like that's what's going to really sell this thing to a lot of people. And, you know, and I feel like they're very smart at that. And just by looking at it, I don't know what Microsoft's plans are for advertising, but so far their advertising has been kind of piss poor. I haven't seen a single advertisement for Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S anywhere. Where I'm seeing on TV, on YouTube, on social media, everything is PlayStation 5, and it's kind of a uniform thing. I've seen more advertisements on Twitter for xCloud. You know, Microsoft's giving away like $1,500 phones to influencers and stuff like that. And they're like, I wasn't a fan of xCloud before, but now that Microsoft's giving me a $1,500
I love it now, Crap.
I love it. This thing is great. And this Cyberpunk chair, it's so smooth. I love that too. And I got this Battletoads pack, courtesy of Microsoft. I tell you what, I wasn't a fan of Microsoft before I got all this shit, Tom, and here I am. I'm a big fan of Microsoft now. Yeah. Sure, I'm going to be playing PlayStation 5 99.9% of the time, but that other, 0.1% of the time, I'm going to be playing Xbox stuff thanks to Microsoft. You guys are amazing. Thanks, Microsoft, for sending me all this free shit. I really appreciate it. Your grassroots campaign is really paying off.
Crap, has anybody ever said, hey, Microsoft, thanks for the free shit? This thing sucks? Has anyone ever said that?
No.
Okay. I just want to see. right? You can't. That's the thing. Like, because then you're not in their good graces and you don't get the next care package.
Exactly, man. You want to keep
You know
getting
what's funny
the free
is,
shit.
you know what's really funny, and this is not a knock on any particular influencer, but they're like, I had this surprise care package. Like, surprise, if you're in with Microsoft PR, you give them your address and stuff. They're not just going to look you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you give them the surprise bullshit.
Yeah, they're not like
It's
publishers.
surprise.
They're not like Publishers Clearinghouse where they just show up with the balloons, right? And they're like,
Yeah.
"You
I
won!
mean, come on.
Holy shit!" Right? So it's
Giant fucking cardboard check.
it is what it is. But I do think that listen, there's no surprise there, right? I mean, Xbox said that they were going to go that route of advertising, and they are. I don't see much on billboards. I don't see anything on TV. I do.
They're going to advertise Xbox on the Xbox Dash. That'll get more people.
That's how you do it, crap.
Yeah, that's
Welcome to
Their advertising's
2020.
Always sucked, though. Like Xbox never has ever had good advertising or good marketing. Like they just never have. I think the only time they've had any good marketing wasn't there like a commercial like a long ass time ago where people were having this shootout, but they were just using their fingers. Like that was the only cool commercial they ever had. Their commercials really aren't that great. They never have.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did a Titanfall one that was pretty good
That was
early
good.
on in this
That was good.
generation. But other than that, yeah, they've been pretty piss poor.
Like PlayStation just had this this commercial with the ships and the boats and shit. And that thing was I don't know what the hell it's about, but it looks cool.
Well, that's kind of typical PlayStation. There's been a lot of times where what they're doing right there, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, they're trying to just fixate your imagination, right? Like, so there's a lot of times you're watching it and you're like, what the hell is that? A lot of people thought that their PS3 commercials, remember the dark, sinister ones with the doll like kind of melting and all that stuff, right? You would watch it sometimes and you were like, what the hell is that? But then you were like, wow, maybe that's just a demonic kind of like horror game that's coming out. I mean, who knows what's coming, but it gets your imagination going. Shout out to Eddie T, who became a Mooch Maniac member. Buddy, welcome to the family, Eddie T. I appreciate that. Eddie T's been here for a while. Guys, that's that join button right above the description. Thank you so much, Eddie T. I appreciate that. You will be mentioned in every CrossFire podcast from here on out. That being said, I want to... Dark Animus, are you back? Dark, is he still getting... He may be still getting in line for the sugar packets. I'm not sure what's actually happening over there.
Stevia.
Supernova, I asked crap. I got to get your... Like, a lot of people in the chat are talking about it. That's all I see are numbers flying. Are we going to see a $399 price tag on one of these consoles?
Yeah, I think the digital edition will be $399. Those are the price points. I think it's going to be $499, $399. That's kind of where I've been for like the better part of a year, and I don't. Nothing has made me change my opinion on that. I know that $100 is a big, gap between the regular and the digital just for losing a disk drive, but I can see them going that route, especially because with the all digital edition, you're buying all your games through the PlayStation Store, which means they're making a lot more money off you versus someone who's going and buying the games physically. So I can see them being willing to take the loss on the digital edition because they're going to be making way more money off you buying the games.
Right. And I mean, that kind of just stands for reason. But at the same point, a lot of people are saying there's no way Sony would do that. There were rumors that came out, and Jay, you know about these as well. There were rumors that came out a while ago that said that this console probably cost Sony somewhere around, I think it was right at the $500 mark to kind of make, and it didn't even include shipping and handling. And now we're finding out that they're flying these things over. So is Sony prepared to take a $200+ hit on a digital edition?
Well, I'll tell you what, Sony did go on record, Jim Ryan and Herman Holt said that they want people to move over from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 as quick as possible. So, again, that leads me to believe the pricing is going to be right. There's going to be plenty of compelling software to get you to move over, as well as, like you said, these guys are willing to take a loss. Found out just the parts to make the DualSense controller, there's like $110 worth of parts in there. Mm-hmm. So this is an expensive controller that they're probably going to sell to you, about $80 or something like that. I don't know, man. There's a lot of tech in this box, and it seems like Sony is ready for people to come to the next generation. They build a system specifically for developers, with developers in mind, and with exclusives in mind, VR in mind, and everything else. So, man, I think they're going to be willing to be aggressive. Now, I don't think, right, these crazy rumors out there, I don't think this PS5, Sony's going to give it away for $2.99 or anything like that. They
No,
don't
there's
have
no way.
No.
No way.
Sony, right? They have a large install base. They have given you a compelling reason to buy their console already, just with their games, with games alone, let alone VR and the other things that they have to offer. So, me personally, I think they're still going to stick with the $500 price range, $449 or $499 and $399 price range, or they could get aggressive and just go for the gusto and say, guys, look, here you go, $449, $399. I mean,
well, that's going to be that's the doorbuster, right? I think if it's $440, what they're doing in that case, Jay, right? They're undercutting Microsoft as much as possible, and I mean that's a strategy that I think would work for them. Again, it comes down to this, and crap is really going to go off once I say this. This is going to set them off if you didn't think he was already set off. They know that they're selling, 5, 8, 10, 15 million copies of their first-party games, respectively, depending on which game we're talking about. Of course, that's why I give the range. But they know that they're going to make that money back in exclusive content that you're going to buy digitally, more than likely, because I think now it's over 70% digital to physical. There still is a physical market out there, as we all know. Shout out to Windingo, by the way. Welcome to the major Mooch Maniac family member. Appreciate that, Windingo.
Major
Thank
Mooch
you.
Maniac,
Major
damn.
crap. That's not minor. It's major. And let me tell you, not only that, you get all those Mooch emotes that are available to you. Carlos Crispin says Xbox is about old games, PS5 with the new.
Facts.
And that's another thing that they seem to do. So, I mean, crap, do you see? I think Jay, with his aggressive price points, I think he's on to something. I think
that would be aggressive.
Right?
I'm just saying I expect $3.99, $4.99. That's kind of what I expect. But if they really want to go all out and just be like, F you, Microsoft, $349, $449. That's what I say. But I still or go $449, $399. Like, I think that would be just as equal a slap in the face. But if you really just want to like grind on Microsoft's face, then you just go $349, $449 and call it a day. I mean, that's like giving Phil Spencer the stink face, and he's going to be like, whoa,
you undercut him.
Yeah.
Listen, crap. Even if they undercut them by $20, right? Let's say, $479. I don't know. Back in the day, they used to have these wonky prices where they have a 79 or 69 or something. But let's just say they undercut them. If I was Sony, I'd be petty and I'd say $498.
We lost Jay's. There you go, Jay. Jay, you have to say it. I lost that feed at the end.
Right game.
I heard him.
Oh, did you? Okay, then I lost it.
$498. I'd say $498.
Right their ass.
Yeah, $498. $1.
No, it's definitely possible. Shout out to Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Says Mooch, exclusives matter. We know that, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Believe me. And Link to Light says PS5 serves exclusives. X Lunchbox serves services. I mean, listen, that's one of the things. Crap, go ahead. You can kind of get into it. I do want to hear your point.
I'm just saying, it's so weird to me, like, how Microsoft has indoctrinated people to thinking that exclusives are somehow bad or wrong, and that to me couldn't be more wrong. That's a dangerous line of thinking. If you have if you have 3 consoles right now and all 3 played the exact same games, nothing exclusive to either one of them, people really think that everybody's going to survive and be okay? No. Like, I'm going to buy a PlayStation and I'm going to play Xbox games and I'm going to play Nintendo games, and that's going to be the end of it. And that's going to be the end of PlayStation and or Xbox, and that's going to be the end of Nintendo making consoles. Like, there's would only be one that survives. You need exclusive content. It drives the industry. It pushes the industry. And you're telling me that Xbox dudes wouldn't say, yeah, I'd love more exclusives. Of course they want more exclusives. The only reason why they're not saying that is because they don't have the option. It's like you've got nothing. They've admitted nothing. It's coming, and nothing's coming maybe until the end of next year, maybe until the year after that with Halo. We don't know what's up with that. So, we have to really kind of wait and see with them. And, where it looks like Sony is going to have a pretty good fleshed out lineup of games. And I think that's making all the difference for everybody right now.
Well, let me do this
all the time. Like, what's
I'm back, by the way.
new game? Oh, he disappeared on us.
Welcome back, Dark
No,
Goldblum.
I had to take fucking 2 phone calls real quick because we're doing some stuff over here. So
we thought you were in line for a latte and one of those sandals that only shows your big toe. We weren't sure what was going on over there. But good to have you back. Nova, finish your thought. I want to get Dark in here too.
No, I was just saying that I ask them all the time, like, okay, so what is the new game that you're excited to play the second you come home with your Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S? and they don't have an answer. And if their answer is going to be like, oh, well, I have these old games, that I still haven't played on Game Pass. I'm like, dude, that is not a fucking answer. Your answer cannot be old games that have been out for years.
Yeah. That's the joke.
To me, that's not an acceptable answer.
That's the joke me and Crap have had for the past couple of weeks. I said, Crap, are you excited to take your Series X home? We'll play Left 4 Dead 2 in 4K.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Right? So, long story. Dark, listen, you missed a bunch of stuff here. I understand work duty calls, but listen, what do you think about... Let's get into price first of all. This is where we're at. Do you think that there will be a $399 console offered today from Sony?
Yeah, I think it'll be the digital one.
You do?
I don't think they're gonna go lower than, because you gotta think about the technology that's in these consoles and the design of the console. The design of the console, because I don't want to. Maybe I shouldn't say this on air, but I know the person who designed it,
right?
And they took a while. It took a while for them to design those. So they're really looking at I'm thinking $499 for the disc version and then a $399 for the discless version. So
I definitely see that happening as well. I just think that's micro. I think that's the only. That's
the
way that
they could be.
One or the other has to happen. I don't know how it's going to... I think the games are going to speak for themselves. We're going to see that shortly, too. And, God, we're only 25 minutes away. Just so everybody knows it's live. Shout out to 500 people here live. That means a lot to me, guys. It means a lot to the channel. Thank you so much. Please do hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get Mooch over 10,000 subscribers. It's been forever. Listen, it doesn't matter what I say. My point is this. I think what we got here coming up is a very exciting time at 4 o'clock. But I do think that we're going to see a $399 price tag. I think that that's important. I think that's a strike that they have to do. This is a reason that Sony always goes second. People have been saying it all the time. Remember, Crap, they were saying to me all week. Like, no. Sony will go first. Microsoft doesn't have to go first. Yes, they do. Microsoft has to go first. They don't have any games coming out at launch first party, and they haven't had anything really big to announce in 2020, right? As far as games go, pardon me. Let me rephrase that because everyone's going to go, xCloud! All right, listen. So, right? Some guy in the back's going to yell xCloud at me. I know that. But I'm just trying to say to you that there hasn't been a lot. So what are they going to do? They're going to entice you with price. And rightfully so, by the way, Crap.
xCloud.
That's one way to get Crap unexcited for 4 o'clock. Just say xCloud. Tap your heels 3 times. See what happens.
Yeah.
Listen.
Hey, let me watch that damn xCloud commercial more times. I loved it so much.
So, I think that's something they had to do. But Crap, listen, we are running out of time. I do got to get to this other topic. And we touched on it, but we didn't really get into it. And that topic is the Xbox PR came out, or their marketing team, and they said, listen, we were banking on Halo Infinite being our exclusive title, but it didn't work out. And, realistically, us here at Xbox, and I'm paraphrasing, we don't really worry about exclusive titles at a launch. We don't feel that they're necessary. And I'm paraphrasing there, but that was the long and the short of it. Crap, what was your take when you heard that? I know you kind of sounded off on Twitter.
I laughed at it, and I thought, what a way for them to give a huge advantage to PlayStation today. Before PlayStation even did anything, everybody was talking about this. And the funny thing is, you have 2 sets of Xbox fans here, right? You had the one set that's like, this is not good, right? Like, they're like, this is not what we needed to hear today. And then you had the other group that are a little bit more indoctrinated, and they're like, yeah, exclusives are the old way. And I retweeted somebody today who literally said that to me on Twitter today. Exclusives are the old way. Microsoft is so far ahead out doing things that, nobody else is doing. And the funny thing is this is all stuff I heard like 4 or 5 years ago. Like when they started doing Play Anywhere and putting everything on PC day and date, I was told they're going to be able to make so many more exclusives now. Things are going to sell way more than PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
All their exclusives are going to sell 20 million copies being on PC as well. And like none of that stuff happened, right? It's going to bring more people into the ecosystem, and it really didn't happen. We're in the middle of a pandemic, so people, are able to create free profiles or whatever, and then you get a little bit of bump there. But it wasn't like they spent a crazy amount of money. It was just like they were still flat in their revenue. So it's not like it's really helping them. And people think that, like, what's the main problem that people had with Stadia, Mooch? I think it was people didn't want to buy games again, right? They don't want to buy games but like people that play on a phone, for the most part, they want to play like cheap little free-to-play games, right? 7 out of 10 people on a phone won't spend a penny on their games on a phone. So Stadia is like, hey, you got to buy these full games, blah, blah, blah. Microsoft, it's a little bit better because if you're already in the ecosystem, you have games, but then you're already in the ecosystem. You're not really helping them, Okay.
Right.
If you're new, you're not going to pay $180 a year to stream, Witcher 3 and Gears 5 to your freaking 5-inch phone. Like, no matter how much you try to hype it, you're just not going to do it. It's not really going to happen. So it's not really bringing people into your ecosystem. And you might get people to play some stuff on PC for a little bit, but how fast did all that end, right? I kept hearing about Flight Simulator. It sells 1 million copies. Dude, people are saying that a PlayStation game selling 15 million copies is bad because there's 115 million PlayStations. How bad is it with 200, 300 million PCs that only 1 million of a game gets sold? And I try to tell people that's a niche thing that most people don't care, especially even on console, about a flight simulator or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a given that something like Sea of Thieves would do okay because it's like a shared world thing. But Grounded was popular for that half a week.
Yeah,
it's like people celebrate this stuff, but there's really nothing to celebrate.
No,
as far as I'm
I mean,
concerned.
like I said,
Halo
look
will do well
at
on there,
the game.
but
Well, that's what you said, crap. You look at Gears, you look at Halo back in the 360 era, right? Or even look at, like you said, Titanfall, Dead Rising 3, games that we really, really look forward to. Some certain folks, myself, wasn't my cup of tea, but Rise, like those were games that people were excited to go home and play. Like I see the hoopla and I see the hype, but it's kind of like this. It's like an advertising hype. Like nobody is excited to run home and play Flight Simulator. You know what I mean? And after you get done with the early edition, and believe me, I've done a lot of these games as a service. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. But like Grounded, you made your grass fort, right? And then when you were done with that and you beat like 3 spiders, you're like, I guess I'll tuck that away until they make, a lawnmower I got to climb up on. So I mean, it is what it is. But like, that's not something that keeps you
if
going.
you like those type of games,
that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm saying this is me. And there's certain games that I've played as games as a service that I thought I would like, and then I didn't care for. Supernova, I want to go to you here. What's your take when you saw that PR/marketing basically rhetoric came out this morning? It was everybody just kind of took it by storm. Exclusive titles aren't necessarily needed for a launch. I know we're getting into a new era of gaming, but man, I don't think we're that far in advance to where we can say new exclusives are just not necessary for a new console launch.
It's pure bullshit. I mean, that's what they have to say. If they have 0 exclusives and they know that Sony's probably about to bring the heat with some exclusives today, they're going to get out there ahead of it and say, "Oh, we don't really need exclusives. Exclusives really don't matter. They're not that important to us."
Who needs excuses?
They would love to have exclusives. If they had exclusives day one or a whole bunch of them, they would love it. They would brag about them. They would show them to us. They would talk it up, and all the Xbox fans would be like, "Yo, we got this game. We got that game. We got this game." But they don't have that.
Yeah.
So the only thing they can do is say, "Oh, well, that shit doesn't matter."
So PlayStation has exclusives and Xbox is giving excuses. Listen, that's just the way it is. That's fine. I don't think necessarily you can run with that, though. I think that was an odd thing. I saw a lot of Xbox guys kind of upset with that, too. They were writing saying, listen, we're behind you and we're willing to wait for great games that are coming. And listen, Avowed is going to be phenomenal. I'm looking forward to it, even though all we saw was really a trailer. But if you're going to look at any trailer, I said the same thing for certain Sony games. So what's good for one is good for the other. Avowed looked fantastic. I think that's going to be fun. I think Hellblade 2, if they add to it and make the game more than it is, what we played in the first one, a little bit more in depth, I think that game could be a lot of fun as well. I do want to take care of the super chat real quick. Silverback says, I'm worried the hype is too high. And Carlos Crespin is back. He says, crap, just signed the contract. He signed it like 2 years ago. The ink's dry, Carlos. I do want to say this much. Shout out to Sound Designer. I like where he went with this. I always have fun with E3. Crap, we used to talk about it, and now without E3 this year, we haven't brought it up. We're always like, how do you think the show will start? Sound Designer in the chat says, Mooch, they're going to start with the new UI launching a game. Let me tell you something. That would make me utterly just one of the most happiest gamers of all time. I love a new UI, and PlayStation's been overdue for one. So I've really been excited to see what this new UI is and how we can gravitate towards our favorite games, friends, and media with their new system. It's supposed to be even that much more seamless. Let's hope it really is. Crap, is that something you think that would start?
Yeah, I mean, you could start it. I still think if you really want to... If you really want to do a deep UI dive, you could do that a little bit later or something. But if they want to take a couple minutes to do the UI, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I think people are interested in it. Mm-hmm. People want to see something different. You know what I'm saying? Then they want to see something different than what we've already have. I think that's one of the main hangups with Xbox. I mean, they did rearrange some stuff, but it's largely the same thing. Same thing with the controller. I think people really want to kind of get their money's worth when you're upgrading a piece of hardware. Like, listen, I got me that OLED CX coming. Okay.
Yes.
I want something completely new feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want when I'm playing this thing. And I think Sony gets that. They could have stand pat, right? When you have 115 million consoles sold compared to 41 million consoles sold, you have all the advantages in the world. You literally probably don't have to do much to attract people. They could have kept the DualShock 4 basically. Right?
Absolutely.
They could have, but they chose to go out there and not stand with what they have and actually change and be inventive. And they were able to accomplish a lot. Now that DualShock, and it's not just first party. I get where people like the touchscreen was a little bit gimmicky this generation. It sounds like the stuff that they have implemented right now is super easy to implement into the games, and developers are genuinely excited for it because they keep talking about it.
Yeah.
So it's not like that's the real gimmicky situation. Maybe the blowing on the thing might be gimmicky, but I think all the adaptive stuff and that kind of stuff, it's amazing. It's quality tech.
So let me say this, crap. I want to say this much because a lot of people are kind of making fun of this, and I do want to just say something. It's my own personal opinion. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. That's fine. But one of the things I loved about the 360 version, and I know that they just came out with it for the Xbox One like a week or two ago, was that earpiece. Okay, it was an earpiece for a chat. That's not for like getting immersed into a game or really getting into a single player game. It's when I used to play like Call of Duty and I used to just leave the TV on like very mild, and I would be more concerned about just playing like when you're playing Team Deathmatch or you're playing like what is it there, Capture the Flag. Like when you're playing those types of games, crap, you don't need to be fully enthralled in the game. I had the TV on loud enough that I could hear it, but I was mainly talking to my friends and hanging out. You guys remember those late night gaming nights, right? Yeah. Well, one of the things for me personally, maybe it's because of podcasting and streaming and gaming now, right? Everybody has a headset on like 24/7, right? So I got to tell you, the one thing that I'm excited about, and maybe this will blow up in Sony's face, I don't know, but I'm excited. Crap, there's been times we've gamed, right? And we're just BSing while we're playing a regular game, just hanging out. Even if it's like a Sea of Thieves type of game, right? Where you don't really need to hear the game, but we're just kind of hanging out. I don't mind the fact that there's a microphone built into the controller now that I can have a conversation with you while I'm playing a game. Now, does that mean if like Horizon Forbidden West comes out, I'm going to be like, no need for a headset. I'm talking to crap. No, right? But when I'm playing Team Deathmatch crap, or I'm playing a game where it's just, or even factions. Listen, I play a ton of factions on The Last of Us. And when you're playing factions, like a lot of it is more talking to your teammates. I don't need to hear the environment. Like, I need to talk to my teammates, be like, where are we going? What's going on? And sometimes you just don't want to put a headset on when you've been wearing one all day. I think, right? So, exactly. Jay, isn't that something where you say, listen, if you don't want to use it, don't. But they're giving me an option, and I like that.
Yeah. Listen, I totally agree. Sometimes you just want to sit on the couch, by yourself, relax. Yeah. And as a gamer like me, right, I have a really nice home theater system set up. I don't want to have, my headphones on when I want to hear the 3D audio, Dolby Atmos sound and stuff like that. And now that we know the DualSense controller has the built-in sound suppression and stuff, like all the technology that goes into that, where you can have a decent conversation without screaming, without saying, connect, turn on or something like that. Just a normal conversation. That's going to be nice. I can't wait for a lot of these things. I can't wait to try them out for myself.
That's what I'm saying. And these are just certain things that, like, that's another thing. And you know what, Supernova, you said this, Dark Optimus kind of touched on it too. But Nova, you mentioned, like, I'm looking forward to just, like, PlayStation's providing new, right? So you have a new controller, right? It's something new. It's going to have a creative button. It's got the microphone, like you were saying. It's got the sound suppression that a lot of the phones have now, where before, you guys remember, and if you probably go, what's Jay talking about? Think back to about 6 years ago when you had a phone call with somebody outside. All you heard was, yeah, I'll be over like 6, right? And now people are in a wind tunnel, right? And it sounds like they're in a library. So, like, that's the thing that's going to be in the microphone that's going to help suppress some of that exterior sound. So you've got a new controller. You've got different abilities to create, maybe get things on the Twitter easier and to be able to create a small video and send it out faster. You've got that in the microphone. You've got a new UI. You've got new video games. And I felt like myself personally, and I said this, I've been vocal about this. This isn't today. This isn't because the PlayStation event is in literally 10 minutes. It's because I said I felt like Microsoft's attempt with the Series X, it felt a little lazy, right? It's the same controller. They added a share button. Okay. But it's the same controller. There's no new games. The design, listen, you guys can make fun, by the way, of the PlayStation design all you want. But it's unique. It's different. It's new. Microsoft was like, hey, which way does heat rise? Up. Okay, let's make a box.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to go to Stanford for that. I don't understand. Like it just seemed like the design was kind of lazy in the exterior.
It does.
Right?
It
Well,
does. Go ahead.
I think Crap said this once before. It almost reminds you of a mid-gen refresh. It doesn't remind you of a whole new generation.
That's right.
To something new, right? New generation, not just. And again, maybe Microsoft was right. Maybe they said it themselves. We don't believe in generations. So maybe this is just an iteration of the Xbox One X. Maybe that's why. That's why you got the same controller. They just added a third button on it. You're basically, in essence, getting the same thing. Now, T-flops aside, right? Most gamers don't really care what's inside the box. It's about how you function with the box and how it makes your life better and what more can this do that the other one can. And I'll tell you, having that speaker on there, having the dual sense, the haptic feedback, and some of the other specialty items, supposedly some feeling where if you're going over sand or if you're going over gravel and stuff like that, you really feel this stuff. This is tangible stuff. Having obviously a better battery life is obviously that's welcome, but it's a next generation controller, and that just adds to the fact that when you're spending your $500 or $400 or however much this console is going to get, that's added value. That's added value, and it distinguishes the new from the previous generation.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. Now, guys, we are 8 minutes from the show, so I do want to say this much. We are going to be doing a audio-only live reaction, so if you guys want to be watching it, we're going to be giving our opinions as the show goes live. So do stay tuned, stay on the channel. You guys don't have to leave. We will be commenting as it goes live. I do want to, we'll do this while we actually have a little bit of time. We'll kind of wrap up our last topic here, and that's probably the biggest topic of all, and that's the PlayStation 5 launch window games. What do you guys think? I mean, is there anything beyond, I mean, we know Ratchet and Clank. Okay, we got it. We know about Miles Morales. What do you think we can see? And I'll start with Jay and then go to Supernova and we'll end with Crap. What do you guys think about the launch window games?
Oh man! Besides what they showed, I think they showed their whole first year lineup, and that's bananas. And then that was a lot of games.
Yeah. So you think Horizon Forbidden West is coming out in 2021?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I think it's going to come out, if not summer, fall. It makes sense, right? That's your fall game. That's your big game. But it's going to come out, obviously, before the next Call of Duty and for the next Battlefield and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So who knows? It could come as early like what they did this year. They launched The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima right back to back. Yes. Somewhere around the May timeframe. We'll see today. Maybe Sony have even more stuff that's ready and in line. We know Naughty Dog needs to show their replacement for Uncharted. That game has been in the work now for about 4 years. Yeah. So they're about ready to cue that thing up. So I don't know. It's just so much content that they have, right? It's just so much different type of content. They could hit us left or right. We just don't know. But I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I think you kind of nailed it. They did already put a lot of their cards on the table, Jay, which is unusual. Master UI Tony, he says here, what's up, guys? Today, Sony shuts all the haters up. Well, we'll see, Tony, because like Jay said earlier in the show, it really is up to Sony to live up to this. I think it's theirs to win it. Let's see if they go for the home run, or let's see if they bunt their way to first. It depends. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so Modern Warfare Unlock All says, Mooch, are you going to play the live stream in the background? I won't be playing it for you guys to, I could actually have the audio play through, but I'm going to just let you guys listen to it on another device, and we'll comment here, because you never know. Crap, I mean, who knows, right? Copyright, you can't, or you can, or...
Yeah, or if there's music, depends on it, like they could have music or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just probably smarter not to do that, to be honest with you.
We generally don't. What we've always done for live streams is we continue to talk through the show. So for the next 40 minutes, 45 minutes, we will be live right here, continuing what we do, and you'll kind of hear the hymns, the haws, the cheering, the people lighting matches in the background, all kinds of things going on, all of our feelings. And shout out to, I believe Hustle and Motivate will be joining us just shortly after 4 o'clock as well. So, it's going to be a great show. We're 5 minutes away. I did mention this. We're going to be all watching it on the YouTube PlayStation channel, if possible, so that way we're all in sync.
That's what I'm watching it on right now. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start it up. Crap, I haven't even started it up. Have they started yet? Do they have the countdown?
It's showing like the PlayStation symbol kind of moving and stuff.
So stay tuned.
It says stay tuned on there. So yeah, you know, it looks pretty cool, man. It looks like they're going to be starting here very shortly. You know, like I said, it's a very exciting thing, man. I'm super excited by all this stuff, and I know it's only going to be 40 minutes, and we all probably wish it was a little bit longer, but it is what it is considering the way everything is right now. So
no, I completely agree. So
as long as it doesn't
don't take
look
a long time to make a good impression.
as long as it doesn't look bootleg like that one Xbox video where Greenberg was using the potato camera. That looked terrible. God, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. $1 trillion company that has Skype and some other program for Zoom Teams or whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. So, just a fun fact here behind the scenes. One of the things me and Crap used to always talk about when we were doing our live streams before during E3 shows. So, Crap, I've managed to actually. I was telling this to Supernova before the show started. I've managed to be able to get it so I can mute the TV now. I can watch. It's coming through my headset. But now now I hear the stream, and I'm going to be hearing you guys as I am right now. I'm hearing this music as I'm listening to you guys, and I can somewhat like dumb down the music to hear you guys. So this is going to be, if you guys like Mooch yelling, boy, you guys are in for a treat. There's going to be a lot of yelling during this upcoming 40 minutes because I'm going to be like, what? Crap, what? So anyways, no, I'm only kidding. I can hear just fine. It's going to be great. I'm very excited, guys. What are we looking at? 3 minutes.
Why are you
They
yelling?
should have like a ball drop like New York City or something.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to grab
that's what it
something to
feels
drink
like,
real
man.
quick, Mooch. I'm going to be right back, man. You guys can keep it going.
No, go ahead,
It's
Crap.
got to be New York
Be
City.
right back.
What a great time to be a gamer.
It really is, right?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
feel like
though?
it's,
I mean,
I feel like it's Christmas.
I mean, is it though? Because I mean, all we got is PlayStation, and we got nothing on Xbox, dude. Come on, man.
We got the stuff, all the 4 generations of stuff that we played before. Upscale, you know, running. You got all those old games running at 120 frames a second. I mean, that's gonna force me to go out and buy these games again.
For me, I mean, I've never been a PC guy, so I probably will eventually get a Series X, but definitely I want to get a PlayStation 5 before a Series X.
Shout out to
If I can
Master
only
UI
choose
Tony.
one.
Go ahead. So,
No, go ahead.
no, I was just saying, shout out to Master UI Tony. He says, I'm watching it on my TV and I have you guys on the phone. That's the way to do it, actually, UI Tony. Yeah, guys, great to see everybody here. Like I say, I know a lot of people want to watch the show. We are going to be doing a post-show reactions of the show on Crap Gamer's channel, I believe, and I don't want to speak for Crap, he's not here, but I believe we're going live at 5:30 on Crap's channel. But if you want to hear what we're going to be saying as it happens, stay tuned, guys. It's going to be, believe me, you've got J-Dub, you've got Supernova Gaming, you've got Dark Animus, Crap Gamer, the Crap Gamer, and Hustle and Motivate joining us shortly, as well as myself. It's going to be a loud party here. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. We got 1 minute, guys.
1 minute.
Some would say it wouldn't be loud enough.
Somebody did say it wouldn't be loud enough. Well, I'll do my damnedest.
Well, I mean, with you, you know, you're always yelling, so.
It's true, even when I'm like, where's Artemis? It's his turn to talk. Oh, man, that was fun.
Sorry, man. You know, that's what happens.
He goes, sorry, man. I got life to take care of.
Calls, man.
Who
Come
that?
on now.
Did you tell them you're doing a Mooch podcast?
Oh, I let them know, you know. No.
Well, I can make the. I'll let them know next time. Patch them through to me. Right.
Oh
So-
man, here we go.
Here we go.
I don't usually let them know because it's, you know, super important that I take those phone calls. But
Oh, by the way, yes, big shout out. Thank you for reminding me. Shout out to Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Guys, I will be on BRAP at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Check me out on BRAP. We are going to have a full-fledged panel on
I
BRAP,
have
and
no
it's going to
idea
be
what that is.
fantastic. So come over and check out BRAP, Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. BRAP, thank you for reminding me. I've got like 15 things in front of me, and that's on there, and I did not get to it, but shout out to BRAP. I can't wait to be on tonight. So we're doing the pre-show, the live show, we're doing Crap's show, and we're doing BRAP tonight. I'll probably have no voice by sometime tomorrow morning. It's all right, though. It's okay. It's all part of this. It's all part of the game. By the way, guys on the panel, let me know when yours goes live. Mine still says stay tuned.
yeah, mine does.
yeah.
too.
Just let me know when you go live so I know how in sync we are.
For sure.
All right, music's
Hopefully
cutting.
it's all
Oh,
in sync.
I'm going
and,
live
you know-
right now.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, shit.
Mine's
I
fading
think-
to
I
black
think-
right now.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's it.
mine's just fading to
Oh,
black.
good. So we're within 7 to 8 seconds of each other. That's fine. It's when you're 30 seconds off. All right, here we go.
Right?
Mature
Here we go.
content. Let's go.
Here we go.
Dude, that'd be funny if they did the price right away.
They might.
I don't think so. I think they'll save it for
Oh,
the end of the
oh
show.
shit! Look! These are all the games they showed last time.
Yep. They're getting it out of the way, Jay. Hopefully
man,
some
I
new
love it.
some
I
new
love
games.
it already. Yeah.
Fucking bug snacks.
You watch, Bug Snacks is going to be a big hit.
It is. Watch.
It's a nice looking set of hardware there.
Is it me or are you guys excited for Godfall 2 as well?
I'm extremely excited for Godfall.
It's growing on me, but
Ooh. They're gonna have a field day with that one.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Yep.
yeah.
It's captured on the PC. This is
It wasn't
the UI
running on the
probably.
PlayStation 5. It wasn't running on the hardware.
Uh-oh.
Fuck is this?
Final Fantasy 16 is my guess.
Yeah, it looks like Square.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, they're riding those chicken things. I forget what they're called.
Chocobos.
Yeah.
Chocobos, yep.
Yep.
Some Attack on Titan action.
Is this? Oh shit! Project
Yeah.
Athena, or is this Final Fantasy 16?
I don't know. It can go either way at this point.
It's totally Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy.
And I'm back.
Looks like Final Fantasy 16 crap.
Final Fantasy 16, huh?
Yep.
Called that one, huh? Nice.
Ooh.
This is captured on PlayStation 5, I'm assuming.
Said
Actually-
PC and emulated on a PS5, so this is PC.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Combat looks slick.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the combat in 15. I might be alone, but
I thought
I
it was
didn't
good.
play
I thought it was
15.
okay.
It'll probably be more like 7 remake.
That's what I'm
seven's,
thinking.
that's what I'm hoping.
A 17 was, or a 7 remake was awesome.
That's how I want to play, yeah.
Yeah. Did they start off and just go right into the games?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah, they didn't have one,
Exactly.
not one
You mean
executive.
They didn't advertise some kind of service?
Crap. They showed a second of each of the previous games that they showed us, and then they went into brand new games.
Yep. Shout out to
Yeah.
Pantherium in the chat. We're not doing I'm not doing the video live, guys, for copyright reasons. We're just commenting and watching as you are.
Yeah, if you guys want to just comment and watch it, and it's kind of like how we're doing it, that's fine. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I tell you what,
Yeah.
I wasn't really. I haven't
Looks
been a
more
huge.
mature.
I haven't been a huge Final Fantasy fan my whole life. Like I played
Yeah.
15 a little bit. I thought it was pretty good. That was my first one that I've ever played. Then I played Final Fantasy 7 Remake. That was fantastic. But
Yeah.
again, I think one of the reasons why I liked that was because it was linear. It was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because it's really kind of an old game reimagined, but it was like, and I'm much more linear as far as a gamer goes. So I kind of like that. So yeah, I really got into that.
Yeah, Final
This
Fantasy
looks
7 was
pretty good.
Yeah.
This looks cool, yeah.
Yeah, this looks more like mature type of Final Fantasy.
1 for 1 with my predictions, though. 1 for
Yep.
1 so
Well,
far.
that's a good track record you got going, crap.
Yes, hey, I'm an insider.
That's right.
Not really.
This
Not
trailer
really.
is running a bit long though. It's cutting into some time.
It is.
Yeah, it's been for 2 minutes.
Well, I think the reason is because of there it is.
Final
It
Fantasy
says
16.
PlayStation console
There you go.
exclusive.
Holy cow!
Damn.
Oh shit!
Damn.
That's why it took up so much time.
Also
That's
available on
crazy.
PC.
And super
That's
tiny
That's why I
letters.
said console exclusive. Yeah.
Exclusive.
So it's not.
And
So,
we got the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Project Athea exclusives.
wow,
Damn.
that's a big get for PlayStation.
That's huge. Basically, PlayStation is in bed with Square Enix.
That just means that Final Fantasy is going back to PlayStation and not Xbox.
I
Yep.
hope they don't do this thing with the freaking icons like they did last time, where every fucking
there you
trailer
go.
ended with the icons.
That's the way to say now. All the
We're about
footage.
to see from
Yeah.
this point forward
That's the
is
thing.
captured.
Is Final Fantasy 16 a
Oh
online
shit!
game,
There
or
you
is
go.
it-
All cinematic and gameplay is
Yep.
from
This is
PS5.
captured
Oh, Miles-
from the PlayStation 5.
Here we go, Miles Morales gameplay.
Oh wow.
Here we go.
Is what I came for.
That's what I want to see.
There we go.
You know what's so interesting is like even the suit looks like you can like the textures of the suit.
The ray tracing.
Yeah,
on it,
Yeah,
yeah,
it looks-
ridges.
It looks good.
Yeah, you see all the little ridges on the material.
Damn, that looks good.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, it's just
Wow.
DLC.
Shit out of
3-hour DLC. Shut up. It's
It's going to be like 10 plus hours, man. The first game's almost 30 hours, depending on
No,
how
they-
you play.
I would say
It
more
was
like 15. I think.
16
Yeah.
hours. 16 hours, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't know how I'm not even a person that does side quests, but that game took me like 40 hours to beat.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
And I didn't even do a bunch. I did some, but not all of them. Oh,
Did you
that
put
is
it on
not
the hard
gameplay. That is not gameplay. Holy shit. Wow.
Man, that looks
Yeah.
good. That
Wow.
looks crazy.
It almost looks too good
Look
to
at,
be
the
true.
look at the reflections.
Fuck. Dude, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
God damn.
I hope they
They're
put. I
flexing
hope
right
they
now.
put. I hope they put Into the Spider-Verse suit in there, in the game. That'd be
Yeah, I'm
sick.
pretty sure.
I'm sure they will.
Bro, man, look at this shit. I can't wait to watch it in 4K later.
I
You're
know, I was
telling
just-
me
I
that
was
people
just
aren't going to
thinking
see
that.
this and be like, wow, I got to get me a PlayStation. I'm telling you, man, people that say exclusives
They're gonna be
don't
like,
matter,
"There's not
man.
enough puddles."
Yo, these dudes are pissed. They're like, let's show them what we got.
Yeah,
Wow.
take this DLC, motherfuckers. Take this shit.
Yeah. Dude, that looked that was wow.
Shout out to
Blown
Brap.
away,
He says Sony's showing us why they're on another level. Content is king, and Sony has it. Shout out to Brap.
I'm gonna be on Brap next week, by the way. He's like, hey, can you make it? And I was like, hell yeah, man. Been doing the rounds, Mooch.
You have.
I mean, even this stuff, like the suit looks like amazing.
Yeah.
Like you can see the fibers and things like that, and the hair looks great. I mean, listen, I know it's like just kind of poking fun or whatever, but come on, man, this is obviously its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still gonna make a full-on sequel, I'm sure,
Oh,
but
damn.
the fact that they're able to get this out here, like, it's just incredible as a launch game.
Well, I think they wanted to get something out, that's more along the lines for launch.
Yeah, I mean, listen, again, Insomniac Games, I've said it before. If you're an Xbox fan, this had to be the one that you were most jealous about. They were expensive. They probably cost more than all the other studios Microsoft bought combined, like the newer ones. Maybe, like we haven't really heard numbers about those, but I don't really see many. Maybe Obsidian was expensive, but I can't imagine like Double Fine was super expensive or anything like that. But this studio put out quality content. They did Sunset Overdrive in 2014, Ratchet and Clank in 2015, Spider-Man 2018, Miles Morales in 2020, Ratchet and Clank in 2021, and they'll probably do Spider-Man a full-on sequel by 2022. So, and that's not saying they don't have something else up the sleeves too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that studio is huge. Leadership,
should
guys.
have-
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
They should do
right?
they should do a different superhero though too. I mean, that would be cool if they could do.
Wow, look at
Oh,
this
here comes the gameplay.
Holy cow.
Well, Miles Morales is a badass, so.
Yeah,
think
you know
he's
what? I
better
think
than
it's
Peter
cool that
Parker.
they kind of are doing something that's different, and then they'll go back to the Peter Parker stuff. But yeah, this
Yeah.
looks
Yeah,
incredible.
look at the
Holy-
lighting effects while he's in midair. Freezes, holds him there.
Yeah, this is wow.
And then look at the particle effects and lighting and
This is
everything.
fucking next
It's
generation,
on
guys.
point.
This is fucking next generation.
Wow. Butters, quiet. We're looking at next gen stuff here. No,
Jeez.
Shut that damn dog.
shut that damn dog up.
Shut that dog up.
Hey, shut that damn dog up. He's invisible.
Yep, that's Miles Morales, man.
Wow.
He's a badass, dude. You should read the comics if you haven't.
Man, I'm not a comic guy. You know what I mean? Like I like when I was a kid and stuff. Like I liked comics and stuff, but like I haven't really read them often. But it's like I know enough to know about basic Batman and Superman and Spider-Man stuff. You know, like so. Like I know some people get like super pissed or whatever at certain things, but for me, like this looks incredible. How can any like the argument that they haven't shown anything or any is out the window today? This looks incredible.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, what did they show? They showed a little bit of gameplay of Final Fantasy 16 already, and then they're showing this.
So this goes to what J-Dub was saying. Imagine just somebody walking in and seeing this playing at GameStop, and they'll be like, what console's that on? PS5.
Yeah,
I'll take one.
that's what I said. Not only that,
Right.
but look, even though I get it, a lot of us buy digital, but if you're going to buy a console, you might look at the games and you're going to see Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? And it's only on
look at that,
PlayStation.
man.
So the cow.
Oh, man.
Dude, I almost reached for the controller.
Right?
I did.
Oh shit.
Wow.
I'm so glad they're doing a Miles Morales.
Yo,
game.
Miles Morales
Sorry,
is
Miles
he's
Morales.
my Spider-Man. I don't need
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, Miles Morales has always been...
I don't need Peter Parker,
What's he
dude. This
doing?
is
Wow.
yeah, look at
It's
this,
like he's
dude.
got things way.
What's going
He's got a
on?
lot more abilities than
Yeah.
Peter Parker. Damn.
Yeah, he does. He has more abilities.
Yeah, he's had... more
Was he
abilities
bit by a
for long
spider
time.
too?
Yeah.
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 Was there? Hold on, because I heard people say there was a end scene or something, right, in Spider-Man.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I might have missed that part, like after the credits or something. I
Yeah.
didn't know about that until after the game,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
he tries to tell Peter like shit he's experiencing, and he flips up on the ceiling, and he's like, pretty weird, right? And then Peter flips up on the ceiling also, and he's like, not that weird. And that's like the very, very end.
Yep.
It was a dope
So
scene. It was
awesome.
so dope.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Wow, dude, I love the extended game. Look at this, man. Like, look, this is all I've been asking for both. Like, see how great things would have been if we would have just got gameplay and new stuff from Xbox 2. Like, everybody would be excited about both. And now it's just like, you see this and you're just like, man, captured on PS5, be greater.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
How
that
do
is.
they-
I'm
oh
sorry,
my
dude.
God.
Like I forgot. You don't get chills from watching a game. It's been so long.
Oh
that was
my God.
amazing.
Yeah, I got goosebumps from that one.
That was awesome.
That,
Great
oh
showing.
my god. That's
Great.
Man.
That's we're only 13 minutes in, guys.
no,
What we got here? I wonder if people are still going to show that staircase thing, Mooch, when they're always like, here's the Xbox exclusive coming, some stairs. Like,
Mara? Are
stairs,
you talking
man.
about Project Mara or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
Project
We never
Mara.
even heard anything else from it. Just
No.
some stairs. Awesome.
They're
Can
still
hardly
trying to
wait.
figure out what they're gonna do with that.
Some stairs.
Warner Brothers, this might be Batman.
Oh,
Hey, no,
shit.
it's
Or it
Harry
might be
Potter.
Harry Potter.
Oh
Harry
shit.
Potter.
Oh, this was something that was rumored.
Oh shit.
The Harry
Avalanche.
Potter MMO.
Sony got the
That
got the
RPG.
deal with Harry Potter. God damn
Hey,
it.
you know what's funny is like,
You know how much it costs, crap? How much it would cost for this?
I know.
Fuck.
Like, this is going to be another one of those games where my wife is going to want me to watch while I play because she's a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
like when I played The Last of Us 2, it took me so long because she insisted on watching the whole thing to see how it plays out. By the way, she was Team Abby the whole way.
Believe it or not, I hate people hated when I said it, but
I was too.
I was too.
Holy shit! Like, God, this game looks incredible.
Oh
Wow.
my god, dude.
Now I'm wondering if it's actually an MMO though.
No, it's an
Right.
RPG.
It's an RPG.
I hope it's an RPG.
Yeah, that would be way better to be
Yeah,
honest.
because we've seen the leaked videos from a long time ago. This is
Dang.
gonna
Yeah,
be
I
dope.
remember that.
Being able to explore fucking Hogwarts is
Dude, that would be
so
so.
dope.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be so fucking sick.
I'm gonna cast me some spells. Nice. This looks awesome. That's what game. You know, listen, man. That's what I'm talking about. Gaming is supposed to get people excited. The games are the most important thing, guys. Holy cow!
No, it's the consoles, man. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
like, listen, the flops and that's
Flying
great.
on griffins.
But
and
if
shit.
you
This
don't
is gonna
got, and
be
this
dope,
is a
man.
multi-plat. I get it. It's a multi-plat. I get it. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, we're seeing like this is the big stuff that people want to see.
Oh, it's definitely multi-plat, but the thing is wondering if it's exclusive for a set period of time.
I doubt it, but I mean, the fact is that Sony's showing it. Like
look
it looks
at
like
that. Look at it. Look how good
it looks incredible.
This looks really good, man.
Look at
The
that shit.
thing that has been bothering me about Xbox lately is the multiplats that they show aren't big multiplats. They're only stuff that like goes on Game Pass day and date, which aren't really big games, to be honest with you. So like people want to see the Call of Duties, the Batmans, like that kind of stuff. They don't want to see Crossfire X or whatever that crap is. I'm just being honest. That's like the huge shit. Like Sony gets it. People want these big.
These are amazing.
They want to see
trailers.
this stuff. They are Hogwarts Legacy.
I don't know. I feel like these trailers might be a little too long.
I think you want to see it. You want to get an idea of it. Otherwise, people are like, I don't know what.
Yeah, no, I know, but like,
plus, we're only 16 minutes in. We still got plenty of time.
Yeah, so that's a multi-plat.
You're right.
And that game looked fire, man. That looked good.
Yeah, it did. It looked good.
Here we go.
Is it a multiplat though? I didn't even say.
It's multiplat.
Yeah,
it don't matter though. It still looks good.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get fucking exclusive characters and shit.
Right. This looks like it's gonna be Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Did it say when that game came out?
When I saw the trailer for Call of Duty, I was like, damn. Yeah, it's like November actually, I think. Yeah. So right around the same around the launch of both consoles.
1881. This is a very good year. But again, I get it that these are multiplats, but these are the stuff that people want to see. People want to play Call of Duty. People want, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a huge difference.
Crap, when you say you want to get the people saying air quotes the casual market, that's what they want to see. They want to see these games.
Exactly.
So far, if you're a casual, you've seen Call of Duty, you've seen Harry Potter and Spider-Man, right? That's stuff that people know that aren't even religious gamers.
Hey, don't forget about Final Fantasy 16, man.
And Final Fantasy, that's a household name, yeah.
Yeah, but casuals don't play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but they know what it is, though, Nova. A lot of people know what it is.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm excited about this game. I've mentioned it before that
yeah, me too.
I'm a big fan of Black Ops 1.
Good.
So
So this is a direct sequel.
This is a new trailer, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is new.
Shout out to Brap. He says, go ahead. He says, this further cements for me the Xbox is an afterthought for me. First time in 19 years for me when Xbox had been my platform of choice. Brap, I think a lot of people feel that way.
No, I was going to say that even though this is multiplat, Xbox didn't show us anything that really looked visually next generation or looked really good, even though this is still multiplat.
This is captured on PlayStation 5 console.
Yes.
Right? Like all this stuff, except for the first game, which was PC or whatever. But all this stuff is on a PS5 console, yet people are talking about yields and issues and all that kind of stuff, right? Like
I'm tired of hearing that nonsense.
Man. They talk like that because they think they're fucking insiders and they're not. They don't know shit.
And then Sony comes out and says that's bullshit, and they're like, "Nah, we believe Bloomberg.
We don't believe that. We don't believe.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Sony can shove it up their ass."
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? But listen, them showing stuff like multiplats is part of it, smaller games is part of it, but you got to have those exclusive. Miles Morales. So I mean, if you weren't already sold on this stuff, and I can't imagine you being indifferent to that. It looked incredible.
How many people are watching this live?
That looks kind of like Sniper Elite.
Sniper Elite,
how they do that. Yeah, that's badass.
Man, look at
I'm down with that.
Shit.
Woo!
That would be. Hopefully they actually do that like that.
Yeah, like it wasn't a one-time thing. That would be dope.
Yeah, like yeah.
Man, this is gonna sound so good on my sound system.
Oh, for sure.
The last one sounded incredible.
Oh yeah.
Wow. See, you know what's so funny, guys? Is like I remember the 360 years when every E3 Microsoft would kick off with like Call of Duty or something, right? Yeah. And they'd have the guys sitting there playing the campaign. Like that's what it brings, bringing back memories of like that era to me, like having Sony show off Call of Duty. Show off this kind of stuff. Yeah, like to me that's awesome.
Man. Mr. Krabs is saying 1 million plus are watching this.
Holy crap! And that's only this is the English version, by the way.
Only the English stream. That's not including the IGN stream and all these other streams.
Yep. Wow. Look, if you guys are like, I understand it, man. If you're a hardcore Xbox fan, great. And I hope that they give you reasons later on. But for me, if you can only get one, and this, my opinion, I'm not telling you what to do. I would, if I could only get one, I'd get PlayStation 5 because they're showing games running on this thing, and they have some exclusives, and it looks like they're
giving you what you want.
Yeah,
Games.
exactly. Like, I understand that times are changing, right? Like Sony was streaming this entire generation, but I didn't feel like they were shoving that down my throat. You know?
I bet you
It's
we're
like
gonna.
even-
I wonder if the deluxe edition crap for this will come with the RC car again.
I don't know, but man, I would be down for that.
Dang, dude. Holy shit.
Man.
I swear, I love the Call of Duty.
Telling
fucking
you,
set pieces.
crap.
They do all these explosions and shit. I love that shit.
Captain Stu Nuts has been promoted to Major Stu Nuts.
Oh yeah.
Dang, man.
I'm probably gonna buy this twice. I'm gonna buy this on PC and PlayStation because they're supposed to have cross-play and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be broke as shit when all these games come out, man.
Yeah.
Goldblum, are there any Mooch gifts coming this holiday, Goldblum?
I'm saying like I'm gonna be broke as shit. Like I'm gonna be buying all this stuff.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be buying me a copy. I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Shit.
Oh, damn.
Rude.
Right, Supernova? He didn't even bring a cake to the podcast.
We can play this weekend on PlayStation.
Oh, wow.
Can preload it tomorrow. I'm gonna preload that shit.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Get
Preload that
content.
shit.
I'll be playing that.
Content is
PlayStation.
So wait, the alpha's PlayStation only for 2 days?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can play.
PlayStation
We can
only,
we
yep.
can preload it tomorrow, dude. I'm gonna preload that. Here we
Yep.
go. We still got about 18 minutes left. They only need 30 seconds to throw a splash screen, giving us a price.
Yeah, the
And
price
a
is going to be
lead.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, show us the. I'm telling you though, this is what it's about, man. The games. You don't need Larry Herb up there going, "Let me try to sell you something." You know, like
With my white gloves.
yes, hey, let me break out the white gloves and feel up the console.
Hey, when I see these black screens, man, like my heart start racing. That's
Shit, what's
oh
this?
shit. What's this?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
said Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
Resident Evil
be
7 was
careful.
awesome, so.
This is only going to be running in 1080p 60 because they couldn't get it running 4K. Remember,
That's right.
apparently they were having frame rate issues, so
Oh
it's
shit.
gonna look like shit and stutter all over the place.
Are
Right?
people really running with that narrative that the fucking
No,
PS5
that got debunked a while ago.
But people still say it though, man.
We only hear these rumors about PlayStation. We don't hear shit about Xbox. It's always about the PlayStation.
That's because there's some kind of
it's overheating.
Well, they haven't
Kinda
shown anything on. They haven't shown
grassroots thing
anything on the
going on.
Series X.
They
Yeah.
talk
Yeah,
about-
we haven't seen
I
any
hear a lot of
gameplay.
exploding on their end, like the PS5 is gonna explode when you get it, like that kind of stuff. I'm like,
Oh, somebody in one of the podcasts I was in the other day was talking about how it's going to set people's houses on fire and shit. And I'm like, dude. He also said the PS5 is going to be $700, and I was like, bro.
No, you know what the funny thing is? The same thing happened, and I was part of this too. But people were saying the PS4 was overheating and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like and
Yep.
people were saying that the yields for the Xbox One were low. It goes both ways. Like that stuff happens all the time. It's
Exactly.
unfortunate. Like I'm sure there are yield problems here and there for all these companies, but
I tell people
but
all
it's
the
not
time.
every freaking console.
If you're gonna buy a console on day one on either side, it doesn't matter which console. Get the 1-year warranty because if you get a lemon, you go get a new one.
right, exactly.
there is a lot of people that are salty on my timeline right now.
Oh, of course.
A lot of people wear crap.
A lot of people are salty
You know they
on
are.
my timeline. Yeah, they're like, people are like, they're like, it's but Final Fantasy is coming to PC. I'll just play it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You are not gonna get a fucking PC to play
Ain't
Final
got no
Fantasy.
PC, yeah.
Get out of here.
Hey, PC is Xbox. Xbox is PC.
Yeah, right.
I honestly
Phil
probably
Spencer
I could have
told
done
me.
without seeing this trailer, I think. I don't think this Resident Evil trailer.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
didn't
it-
do
it-
much.
It did show a lot more than any other.
No, it did, but I don't think it needed to be here. Especially with how
that'll
much time it
probably
took up. Because it took up a little bit of
Yeah.
time, that trailer.
Yeah, it was
By
like,
the way,
what,
it's
a couple
it's supposed
minutes?
to be fully playable in VR, PSVR.
So I'm sure it is.
Oh, here we go. Deathloop. Is it just me or I think this game's gonna be fucking sick.
I think this is going to be
Yeah, it's
amazing.
gonna be
Actually,
amazing.
yeah, I was actually kind of bummed when it got delayed.
Me too.
Yeah. Because you know what kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like a Grindhouse movie or something like that. You know.
Yeah. Look.
It's from the same people that did Dishonored too. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I have that. What do you call it? Teleporting shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
This looks good, man. I'm excited.
I can't wait for. I love things too, where if you don't do it right, you got to do it right over and over. till You get it right. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I like the whole aspect of like somebody's hunting you as well, which is awesome. You don't usually see that in a video game. While you're hunting others, someone's hunting you.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Dang, man. It's too bad we're not getting this year.
I know.
Actually, you know, it's kind of best because I have so many games I want to be playing.
Well, not
during
just
the
that, but
holiday season.
that was what I was kind of alluding to. Like, it gives you something first quarter, second quarter of next year, and again,
Yeah.
it's exclusive to PlayStation for at least 6 months to a year.
Yeah. Nice.
Thing I'll say is a lot of these games, man, are just really appeal to the hardcore gamers.
For sure.
Yeah.
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 Like you just like this stuff is what hardcore
looks-
gaming's all about, you know.
Exactly. Man, that looks amazing.
Ooh, quarter 2, 2020.
That's a
We, don't-
console.
we only got 10 minutes left, though.
11 minutes, 30 seconds
Oh,
for
so
that splash
PlayStation-
screen at the end.
PlayStation
11.
console exclusive. So another console exclusive. It looks like maybe it won't be timed.
Can't
Yeah,
imagine
I'm
a
not counting
Bethesda
down. I don't
game
care.
going full console exclusive.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Good old.
I mean, you never
Mikey
know.
Barra.
Capcom, what
Good
could
old
this
Mikey
be?
Barra.
Capcom.
Probably that one that was shown a couple months back. To do with space and shit. Or Devil May Cry.
Huh?
It looks like, yeah,
Oh,
Devil
shit.
May
Wow,
Cry.
Devil May Cry 5?
Devil May Cry?
No. Is it, all right.
Damn. So PlayStation got the marketing deal? Oh, special edition.
It's
Special
just
edition.
it's like a remaster or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
Is
you
it-
need to remaster this game.
No, you really don't.
No, not really.
I gotta be honest, I have it on the Xbox One X, and it's I think 4K 60 on that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this is the only Devil May Cry I didn't play, or well, I played and didn't like.
But
I don't think it's bad.
It's weird because
No, it's not
Microsoft had
bad.
marketing
It's
deals for Devil May Cry.
just I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back and play it. But
It's in Game Pass. See, Mooch, this stuff's got music in it, dude.
Yeah. No, that's why I figured no sense in doing that.
I mean, this game still looks good. I mean, I don't even think it's really a remaster. But it's also like, why would I want to play this when I can play all the new stuff?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, this to me was just cutting into the time they could have been showing something new. Well, it's a
Available
launch,
digitally at launch.
but there's no reason why it shouldn't be. It's an old game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, digital. Yeah.
Come on, Tony. Get it together. What do we
Showing
got
you
here?
IP.
I think, based on rumors and stuff, I just think that some people kind of psych
Oddworld.
themselves up.
I don't know. I'm not huge on the Oddworld.
I've never
especially
played
am
any
I.
of them.
I liked the
Especially
first one back in the day.
They're
I
pretty
like
good platformers.
I like Stranger's Wrath. It was like an Xbox exclusive
yeah,
for a
the
while.
Stranger's Wrath was good.
Yeah.
Munch's Odyssey, that was pretty good too.
Yeah, I still have that on the original Xbox.
But the side-scrolling ones, I don't know. I don't get into those ones. Look at how happy this guy looks.
You know, he's like, Abe's Odyssey. He reminds me of somebody that should be at Bill and Ted 3. Like, excellent. Check this out. It's possible. Abe's
Actually-
Odyssey.
That movie was good, man. Bill and Ted.
Oh, I liked it, dude.
Oh, Face the Music? Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a launch game too.
Yeah. This is exclusive. This is an exclusive game, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just want to see stuff that's going to knock my socks off, and stuff like this just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, it doesn't
No.
for me either.
I mean, this is some of the smaller stuff like that I was talking about. It's okay to have on there. I just
Well, if it's a
Just
launch
hope-
game, it's a
Gotta
big
have
deal.
that
'Cause it gives them something.
Yeah,
to,
but when you got 40 minutes, save the small
Yeah.
stuff for something else, man.
yeah.
agreed.
And we keep seeing these damn icons over and over again cutting into times. Like, dude, just show us another trailer.
PlayStation 4, man, they're trying to finesse you. They're trying to be like,
They're selling you an
I hope they knock their socks off.
experience.
That's
And
right.
for the next 6 minutes.
What is this?
what is this? The
What
hell?
the hell?
What is this?
Oh, freaking Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh man, that's Five Nights at Freddy's. Hey, this
It
shit looks good.
it looks like it might be a newer type of experience though.
I never
Yeah,
played
my
the other
kids
ones.
love Five Nights at Freddy's.
Security breach.
Well, at least that trailer only took up 25 seconds.
I love how everyone's got down their stopwatch out.
Who knows? It might be longer than 40 minutes. I know they said 40 minutes, but
Yeah, sometimes it runs a little over. You never know.
Nah, I can't see that happening. I hope it does, but I can't see it happening.
PlayStation Studios, this is exclusive.
Oh, it's first
Gotta be
party.
a Debbie Downer, don't you, Super? God.
This is from the Japan studio. Holy shit. Might be. What is this? Oh, this is Demon Souls.
Is it Demon Souls?
Demon
Yeah,
Souls.
Blue
Yeah.
Point.
Blue Point.
Ooh, I can't wait for that. I know me and Mooch are gonna be fucking.
I'll be there day
dying
one,
a
my
lot.
friend. Day one.
Mooch, you're gonna be dying. I'm gonna be dying. You're gonna
Oh, it's
be
gonna be a
hitting me up
lot
and
of
being like,
dying.
That
how many
looks
times
easy.
did you die, dude? I'm gonna be like, too many. This looks good though. I mean, to see them like make a remaster like this. I mean, Blue Point just knows how to. They know how to remaster stuff, man.
Yeah, Blue Point's good, man.
Look at
I mean,
that.
if you want a Souls fix, holy shit. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks graphically
Yeah.
and
Ooh,
everything
look at
looks
that.
fantastic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. This is
basically like
really
they
good
took the
looking.
That
story,
shit
but it's a
looks- it
new
looks-
game. It's
you know,
like,
Right.
You might
It
as
has
well
ray
get
tracing and everything.
the game, yeah. That freaking backstabbing and shit.
Yeah, this looks really
Damn.
good.
Like, Souls fans are going to be like, damn, day one. But again,
Yeah,
it caters towards the hardcore.
it
No.
does.
Yep. Dude, he got blood on his shield. Like, that's crazy.
no, this isn't day one. This is like minute one. Like I can't wait.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
And the good thing about it is staying true to the whole Soulsborne type thing,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
That's what fans love. They love those games.
The minute this says available, like at launch, you're gonna see. Then we're all gonna have to fight to get a PlayStation 5 because every Souls fan is gonna be just sold already. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since like going back to Demon Souls is really hard to do.
Looks like it's running smooth, too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's
This is gameplay.
yeah. 'Cause if you go back and play it on the PlayStation 3, it's very
It's
stubborn.
janky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that dude just cut through that guy. It's like, hey.
Dude, this is great.
Oh.
I wonder if this game makes launch.
That's the key to this game being a success as far as showing it now. Is it's a launch title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a launch title. I think
Or-
it's day one.
Yeah, I do
Or
too.
like early 2021.
It just seems like they're showing a lot of it right now. It portrays a
Yeah.
lot of confidence.
Holy crap.
Dang, man.
Oh
Holy
shit. Look at that. Hey, that looks good. Fuck.
Yeah, it does.
This is how I always wanted Souls to look like, but it
Yes.
has never looked like this.
It is. It's how I've always. That's what I'm saying. It's an old game, but
Yeah.
it's completely redone.
For sure.
They put "you died." You're gonna see that screen
That's
a lot.
gonna happen. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. Especially
Ooh,
Demon
look at
Souls.
that.
'Cause Demon Souls is hard, man. I think it's the hardest one in the entire franchise.
You're showing a lot of gameplay. Can't nobody be complaining about that today.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
for sure not.
Oh, we're at the 39-minute mark.
I know, right?
And then he showed the
Shit.
console prices. Yes, so they might go a little over.
They don't
Doesn't-
show console prices
Shout out to Boom
Yeah.
Boom Kaboom Noof Nukem.
and a pre-order date. I would be pissed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they gotta show that.
Yeah, I'm
Come
gonna
on.
be pretty mad too. I don't.
It's
I
been
don't-
it's 40
How do you
minutes
not show
now.
that?
Like
That
I've
would
been
be
telling
awful.
people, I don't care what games they show. If we don't get a price and a release date, it's an instant L. It doesn't matter what games they show me.
Here we go.
Oh, that's Fortnite.
I mean, that's cool and all, but like,
Fortnite with ray tracing and stuff.
Who's going to play Fortnite when they got all these new games? Well, I mean, I guess they got to cater to the.
Only about
hashtag
8 million
casual.
people, maybe 100 million people. How many people play this game?
To be honest, I'm surprised they fit in what they did. Available at launch, apparently.
So we're over the 40-minute mark, guys.
Yeah, we're over 40.
We're at 40 minutes. Yeah.
PlayStation Plus collection.
Introducing the PlayStation Plus collection.
Is this going to be their PS Plus and merged with
New
PS
PlayStation
Now?
Plus benefit for PlayStation 5. God of War, Bloodborne, Monster Hunter World, Final Fantasy 15,
Which are all
Fallout
on,
4,
which are all on
Combat X,
PS
Uncharted
Now.
4, Ratchet and Clank, Days Gone,
Wow.
They're
Till
getting
Dawn.
a lot of old shit.
Man, they released a lot of
Detroit.
games this generation.
Yeah, they did.
They did, man. They released a lot of good stuff this generation. Not just games, you know. They released a lot of good games.
Battlefield 1. So are they saying that these games are going to be PlayStation Plus? Infamous Second Son?
That's what it sounded like, right? These are all going to be. You can play them for free if you have PS Plus on PS5.
Man, Arkham Knight,
That's a lot of goddamn games.
Last Guardian.
I mean, this definitely intrigues somebody who's just getting into the ecosystem too, you know.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're showing, hey, we've got old games too. Last of Us Remastered.
Yeah, this is like a Game Pass type deal.
Yeah.
Yep. But the question is, how are they going to present it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How are they going to offer it?
Resident Evil Biohazard.
Persona 5, yeah. Bloodborne, Fallout.
A selection of generation-defining PS4 games. Access the entire collection at launch. Simply download games and start playing. Holy crap.
So you don't even have to buy a game if you get a PS5. You have all.
It's the PlayStation Plus collection. So I guess you're going to be able to play all that stuff day and date.
Wow.
I mean, they got old games covered too, folks.
It's part of your subscription. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Damn.
Wait, so
Hey,
you get
that's-
all those games just by being part of PS Plus?
Yeah, on PS5,
download
you
them
can get
all.
those games day one.
Day one.
Hey, don't-
You can.
The games they showed, those games are better than anything in Xbox collection this generation.
Listen, I know a lot of people will make fun of that, but we're already paying for PS Plus. There's nothing extra at all.
Well, it's also a benefit to newcomers too, you know, that they can come in and
Yeah.
play all those old games.
Here we go.
Here it
I mean,
comes.
here's with the price and the release day. Let's
Here's
go.
the price.
See if they can stick the landing on this. Oh, is that the back of the console for
That's
once?
the back.
Show the back.
How people can stop freaking out
Finally
about
got
it.
the back.
We haven't seen the
They're not showing
ports,
photos of
guys.
The back. The
We
ports
haven't
is
seen the
fake.
ports.
There's no ports in the back.
It's fake.
Man, this design has grown on me a lot, man.
I know. I liked it
it
from the
looks
minute
I
I
like the
amazing.
saw
design
it.
from the start
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
thought
I
it looked
love the design.
futuristic.
Yeah. It looks so good.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
$3.99, $4.99.
Wow.
That's what I thought.
Boom.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Yeah, called that.
November 12th in US.
November 12th.
that's perfect. That's perfect.
Woo!
November the 12th.
There it is. $3.99, folks. That's big.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
One more quick. One more. He's giving us a
Oh,
one more
shit.
thing, guys.
So one more thing.
One
Let's go
more
hora-
thing.
They always do
One more
that.
thing.
Give us
One more
one
thing.
Hands
more.
with God of
One more
War.
thing.
Hey, Mooch.
Oh, some
Giving us
snow.
a
Just
one
one more
more
thing.
thing.
One more
Hit
thing.
us with the snow. It's gonna be
More
God of
thing.
War.
Just let me give you a little bit more.
Oh, come on. Snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a war.
Yes.
Oh, God of War Ragnarok.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. God of War.
They just whipped it out, man.
Wow. They
It went in
whipped it
dick
out.
swinging.
Man.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh.
Game
Wow,
over.
they did
Game
it. Hey,
over.
J-Dubs, man,
Game
they did
over.
it.
Game over. They did it. Game
Boom.
over.
Wow.
$3.99 and God of War Ragnarok.
2021.
What?
What?
2021.
They put a date on that? They put a date on that.
Oh shit!
Damn. That's it.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God. Corey Balrog he's. Woo!
Oh my
Yo,
God.
that was
Oh my
fire.
God.
Wow.
That was good.
Dude,
That was a
hold
good
on,
show.
I gotta say this real quick, man. To have a God of War and Horizon in 2021,
That's gonna be
holy
insane. That's
crap.
gonna be insane, dude.
Holy crap.
So so now what they basically said there is you were doubtful on buying a PS5.
Okay.
Are you doubting it now?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. It's rest in peace, Xbox. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Holy cow.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want Xbox to go away, but man, shit, you know, like.
Wow.
I want to see more of Returnal. That looks good too.
Yeah, Returnal does look pretty cool. It's Godfall.
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna be busy this holiday season
Wow.
with games.
Wow. Absolutely incredible. I called God of War at the end. Guys, hey, Mooch, you were saying that he was trolling. That motherfucker put the ice from Ragnarok in his thing.
He did. I'm stunned right now. I'm just sitting here stunned. I'm sorry.
I'm just surprised that I'm surprised that they even announced that. That's huge. That's huge to announce. Like, I mean, yeah, we didn't see anything from it, but it's still huge just to see.
Yeah, but to know it's coming out 2021, we're going to be seeing something of it pretty soon.
Oh, for sure. It'll probably be
Wow,
more around
guys.
like holiday 2021 when we see it though.
It don't matter.
I'm just tweeting this out, guys. Crap, let everybody know that we're going to be doing your reactions. Wow.
But they didn't give us a
Wow.
pre-order date though. When can we pre-order it?
Good. Good.
There we go. I got a Hustle.
Oh.
I got you in here, Hustle.
Oh my God.
Hustle,
Yes.
did you catch that show?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
My
Oh my God.
Lord.
Oh my God.
I just want to say shout out to the work ethic at everybody at Sony Santa Monica. Like that turnaround time was kind of fast. I wasn't expecting 2021, not
No.
maybe 2022.
But, you know what? It doesn't take long when you already have a great foundation and an engine and everything already ready for you.
Hey, I want to point this out too, because like remember they were talking about maybe doing DLC, right? And they said it got too big. The DLC got too big, so they literally had DLC like ready to go. And you know, and I feel like that's probably where this kind of came from or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they had like the DLC ready to go, and then they turned that into like this full-on game or whatever.
Wow.
That's
Did you guys
phenomenal.
Did you guys catch where the November 12th release was for the U.S., Canada?
Yeah.
And
else?
19th for the rest of the world.
It was.
No,
Well, wait. There was more than the U.S. though, wasn't it?
Yeah, U.S., Canada, I think Mexico, and
Probably
Japan,
North America.
and then the rest of the world. It was.
Let me see if I can go back and find it. But I saw
If you
that
could
too.
find that, let me know. Will you, Hustle? That is amazing. But the $3.99. Listen, I've said this for weeks now. I'm going to say it again, especially since the Series S set at $2.99. To get that much gaming, those games that we just saw, everything you saw pretty much all within 2021 and to launch, right? Working your way backwards. And that power for $100 more, I'm sorry. Casual market, not casual market, $3.99. That's the price point.
The 12th is U.S., Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea.
And you
And then
beat
the
me
rest of
to
the
it.
world, 19th.
Okay.
So they're
Nice.
their biggest markets then. So
Oh my god.
That's
So wait, I have U.S.,
crazy.
Canada, Mexico, Australia, Japan.
New Zealand and South
New
Korea.
Zealand, South Korea. Yo,
Wow.
did they have what I'm talking about? Did they have like a pre-order like thing go up at all?
No.
Did they announce? God damn it! All right.
No.
Is
I
PlayStation 4 taking a road
I
trip?
got an email from PlayStation during the show, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's a pre-order." No.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Did y'all
damn it.
see I saw the PlayStation Plus collection though. So I don't want to. I guess I'm gonna speculate this. All of those games that they show are gonna be like you can download them, but I wonder if they're gonna be like back and pat immediately. Are those like the first like games that they're gonna like be able to like launch with? Because I got most of those games, and I got Persona 5.
So in part of that collection, you get all of that. If you have a PlayStation Plus experience,
Yeah.
I mean, a subscription, and you
Yeah.
have a PlayStation 5, all of those games come part of that for free.
Well, I know
all
that. I
of
know
those
that.
games.
I'm saying, but if you already own them, because I do got PlayStation.
But if
Plus
you already
yeah.
own them, right, it's the same thing. Like you have it already, so you don't need that.
Well, I wonder if it's going to work at launch, and I guess maybe that's what I'm unclear on. Will the physical games work at launch for the PS5 if you get the physical version of it? Because I already got some games when I get rid of it.
They said all like their biggest games plus 4,000 more of them will be available.
Hey,
you know, so
this guy's super
one
hype
would hope
about
so.
that slice.
I mean, I hope so too.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem with that, right? Let's say you bought a digital edition of PlayStation 5. Then obviously your discs are going to be useless for you. This is another reason why they're offering inside of PlayStation Plus for free.
I mean, you got to just kind of take a second and talk about this, because I know people are going to downplay it, but this is an interesting feat right here. So let's just, does anybody have clarification? I'm not saying that this is what it is. I want to know if you have PS Plus, which I have PS Plus for the next 2 years. A lot of people do.
You can download all those games.
All those games are yours digitally.
Yeah,
Yep.
digitally.
Yeah, they
I
want.
mean, listen, that you go home, plus you're talking about the games we just saw. I'm pretty sure Demon Souls, Miles Morales. It's insane. I'm sorry. You can't say you're going to go home. Like, if Xbox is going to talk about old games, there's old games, but those old games all won like
They're
Game
bangers.
of the Year.
They're all bangers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I could see a lot of people being like, if they can't get a PlayStation 5, they're just gonna wait until they can, because
As
what
they should.
showed today and what they showed in the past, it's just it's.
We didn't even see anything on Kenna. We didn't see anything on Kenna. We didn't see anything on Returnal yet. Those are games that are still in the works. That's fine. It's good. Let those companies make the games that they're making. What is it? Athena. We didn't see anything on that. J-Dub. Like, there's a lot of games that we haven't even seen. Like, a lot of people are saying, "Well, I saw these games already." Well, some of them you saw, but you saw longer gameplay. You actually saw gameplay. So now you can actually say you wanted to or you did not want to play those games. You know what I'm saying? So
but also,
wow.
Keep in mind, before the show or during the beginning of the show, I told you about Horizon Zero Dawn when we thought that when it was going to launch. I told you it could launch as early as just like The Last of Us 2.
There is a little bit of
this
controversy, though. A little bit.
What do you got?
Miles
Brad?
Morales apparently is launching on the PS4 as well. Oh,
yes, I did see somebody say that. Yes.
yeah, I just saw that from Insomniac. Yeah.
So
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we already knew that though. But the thing is the PS4 version going to look like what we just saw? No, it's
it
not.
won't
Nope.
have ray tracing.
No.
and all
Yo, that
stuff.
ray tracing was crazy.
They played the
on
PlayStation 5 version, so
Yeah, so I don't want to hear that nonsense.
And I
Oh,
want
it's
you
going
to
to be
keep in
launching
mind-
on 11/12 as well with the console. So yeah,
Wait, it is.
Day one. That's a launch game. Yep.
it's a launch game.
Because they didn't announce a date before. Yo, but just keep in mind that that's crazy on console. Like, I got a 2080 Ti and I try to play Control, and it gives you a low, is a medium or a high for like the ray tracing stuff. It looked really good on console, man. Like, yo, y'all console dude for $500, man. Hey, come on, yeah, 500. Yeah, all right.
Bro,
but they got my money.
we getting
Got my money.
Horizon and God of War 2
God
in
of
the
War.
same fucking year.
Hey,
That's
what-
crazy.
One of them joints getting delayed, dog. They're
yeah,
not
I
gonna
was
get
just gonna say that, Hustle.
No, if you think
Listen, I
about
don't
it, they
think so,
released
because here's the
Spider-Man.
thing.
I think God of War will be a holiday, and I think they could remember. Somebody was saying that
Horizon is
saw-
summer.
yes, it's going to be like a summer, or maybe even spring game. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I could see them doing that. Why not? If you want people to switch over, you got to put that content out, and I feel like that's
Yep.
exactly what they're doing,
Yep.
man. They did an incredible job with that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm about to Usain Bolt
wow.
the GameStop on my PS4 and pre-order the PS5 ASAP, dog. I see the date on here through Insomniac. Let me retweet that out. Jesus.
That's just unbelievable. Shout out to Hustle who made the show. I'm glad you could make it, Hustle. I know you were fighting traffic and doing your damnedest to get here.
Yeah, I was running to get home. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we'll go for another 5 minutes here, and then we've got another review going on Craft Channel. Go ahead, Jay.
Mooch, we really need to talk about this whole PlayStation collection. That is big news. All of the games that Sony had to offer you this generation, all the big ones, right? They're putting them in the collection on PlayStation Plus for free. As long as you got a PlayStation Plus subscription, day one, that's for you, right? And we, they hadn't went into details, but we're sure it's going to run better, have better enhancements and stuff like that, just because the hardware is more capable. So being able to play a lot of those games enhanced for nothing, day one. I mean, you can say what you want about Game Pass. Yes, there's a lot of games there, but there's just not a lot of games that you really care about. Well, the games that they showed, those were system sellers. Yeah. Those are what sold you on PlayStation 4. So that's a big deal.
I completely agree. Like that was the kind of one of the big things that I'm taking away, Jay. I felt the same way. When you go home and you want to play, and that's been that they did that deliberately to fight Xbox, saying, "Oh, we have games that you can play." Listen, so they took their best games. They took some of the great third-party games, put it into a collection, and said, "Hey, when you go home, just hit download." You know, you want to play the game? Play the game. I don't care.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news: Demon's Souls is a launch title game for PlayStation 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
And if you guys listen very closely, y'all can hear Lucas screaming for joy over there. Jesus. That's what it is, man. Damn. Okay. All right.
Oh, my God.
So it is
listen. I know a lot of people will say, oh, well, it's that means that it's on PS4 as well. Sony could probably drop the price of the PS4 to $199 or $149 for this holiday and sell a shit ton of those as well. I mean, if PS5 is going to be limited, at least people will be able to play it as well. And that also drops, the people from saying, oh, they're just dropping support of it or whatever. You know what I mean? I think that, they've always supported their consoles after they've launched a new one, and I could see that trend kind of continuing or whatever. But obviously, it looks like it's going to be way superior on the PS5. So really cool stuff, man. They really did that. Did a fantastic job.
Jay, where did you see that? Where did you see that, Jay?
Let me send it to
Jeff
you right
Keighley.
now.
You talking about the Demon's Souls name?
Yeah, Jeff Keighley put that out?
Yeah, I just retweeted that Jeff Keighley put that out.
There's so much stuff on my timeline right now, I can't even keep up with it.
Oh, okay, Mooch, I just sent it to you. Check our thread.
Okay.
I was gonna buy the joint off rip anyway, but now that joint being $500 and I'm
$399. That undercuts the X Series X by $100. So guess what? That's huge. So Xbox still end up the most expensive console this, at the beginning of a generation, even though they tried to, and I know they had to cut costs to make that happen. So Sony was aggressive.
God,
they came through. $100. Jeez.
Well,
that thing is going to be sold out everywhere.
That's unbelievable.
To put this in retrospective, guys, the PlayStation 5, the next generation console for Sony, is only $100 more expensive than a Nintendo Switch.
Bruh. Yeah. I said that about Xbox too. But yeah, just keep in mind, y'all getting ray tracing starting at $400. And it looked really good from what we saw. And there is no difference outside of a disc tray Blu-ray drive being gone. That's the other thing too, man.
Same specs, everything.
Yeah, it's the same specs for $100 cheaper if you want to go digital. And I know a few people who will go digital. I game on PC, so if I can't find one, I will get the other one. That's for sure.
That's the thing. Now it doesn't really matter. I mean, myself, I've said this as well many weeks ago as well. I'm going to get a physical disc and I'm going to get a digital edition. But whichever, like Hustle just said, whichever one you get your hands on, scoop that up. Shout out to Sergeant Salty Nuts. He says, we are getting God of War and Horizon next year. Shout out to the great Marty Bison. He says, my God, did Sony kill it. Mooch, where's my pre-order at? Yeah, we don't know pre-orders yet, unless I missed something.
Yeah, I didn't see any pre-orders. But listen, you guys got to understand. It goes deeper than just Horizon and God of War. It's Gran Turismo 7. It's Ratchet and Clank. It's Destruction All-Stars. Wow. It's Sackboy. You know what I mean? They've got all this damn content coming out, and that's the way you do it. Not only that, but people were talking up about how how big it is to have Game Pass. And to be honest with you, if you're new to PlayStation and you're like, let's say you're fed up with Xbox, right? I'm fed up with Phil Spencer and them telling me this or that, but you don't have any PlayStation games. Boom, you get yourself a PlayStation Plus account. You've got access to 20 of the best games from this generation right away. Like, that's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Like, the amount of damage control I'm seeing is unbelievable in my time.
Who was doing that?
I'm seeing it. People are like, nothing look next gen. What about that Spider-Man being on PS4? Blah, blah, blah. Like, get out of here.
Stop that. Just
out of here, man.
That's the problem. People want to see next gen, and it's like, you're seeing it, but like, you're not going to see it like graphically like you think you're going to see it. It's going to be more with like textures and ray tracing and things like that.
You look at his suit, it looks like you can see the weave and stuff on it. You know what I mean? Like the weaving. Like, that's like, again, like, people, I don't know, like, I think people maybe were expecting something like a PS2 to PS3 jump or Xbox to Xbox 360 jump.
Yeah, they're expecting
that ain't
way
happening.
too much. They're expecting way too much.
Listen.
That jump was there.
The PlayStation guys, the PlayStation fans got what they wanted and what they begged for. They got it. They're satisfied. Yeah. I think the Xbox guys are at the ends with Phil Spencer and Microsoft, and they're trying to damage
the control. PlayStation YouTube has all the trailers up at 4K right now. So
go look at the water from Spider-Man in 4K and tell me y'all didn't see them reflections popping.
I mean, listen,
I saw that off the rip. I said,
listen. So again, okay, I just want to point this out. This you can compare to Microsoft Showcase. What was it in July? Whatever that was. So okay, they did a 40-minute show. They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games they showed. Well, they didn't. They 12 games they showed except for God of War, which was announced. So they managed to fit 12 games, including Final Fantasy, Miles Morales gameplay, Hogwarts Legacy, Call of Duty, Resident Evil, Deathloop, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Oddworld, Soulstorm, Five Nights at Freddy's, Demon Souls, which is a launch title, Fortnite, plus the PlayStation Plus update, with all those games coming day one, available to anybody with a Plus subscription. And they announced the price, $399, $499. They absolutely killed it today. This was absolutely a they completely crushed it.
There's gonna be people that'll be like, oh, but the Xbox Series S is $299. So
listen, I mean, and I got a lot of respect. I love Elemental PO. I'm a big fan of his. Man. But Elemental PO's got to understand. In the super chat, he says Demon Souls is day one for PC. Miles is not an exclusive, and God of War will be delayed. Elemental PO, listen, I got news for you. Here's the only thing: if I was to write back to you right now, and we weren't doing a show, I'd say to you, and on Xbox I got.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly,
there's nothing there. So
the real thing that they have right now is the medium, and that's about it. And we don't even really know if the medium's going to be good because Bloober is so.
So you could just say they've never done a good game.
It's multiplayer.
Yeah, they've never done.
They've done a bunch of mediocre kind of like horror games that last about 4 to 5 hours.
Blair Witch sucked.
Yeah. And Xbox fans hyped that. They were like, and I told people, look, that's going to be a multiplat. You guys don't even understand how bad that's going to be a multiplat, right? Like, just like this, 3-6 months from launch, and there's no combat in this game. You're walking around like, I don't get it. So, like, realistically comparing this, it's crazy to sort of see. You know what I mean?
Hey, crap. Cole Payton 79 in the chat is saying, Mooch, the pre-orders are tomorrow. I haven't seen it. I asked him to send me a link. He said I tweeted you. All right. Cole, I'm looking right now.
Yeah, if pre-orders are tomorrow, dude. The thing, it's funny. I see Xbox trending right now because everybody's like, Xbox just got slapped.
Yeah,
they got the taste smacked out of their
mouth.
Hold on,
here you go right here, Mooch. Per Sony, PS5 pre-orders will be available tomorrow, starting tomorrow at select retailers per Jeff Keighley.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Shout out to Cole Payton.
Man.
Okay. I hope somebody listen. All right, crap. Everybody put your tent out of GameStop 6 feet to 8 feet apart from each other. Shout out. We have another IML Elemental PO who's always here on Fridays. He says, that wasn't me, Mooch. That was a different Elemental PO. I know you guys are different. I understand. Shout out to both of you guys. Oh, my God. So we got to have. All right. Everybody call your boss. He ain't going to be in tomorrow. All right.
Yeah.
There it is.
I might have to shoot.
Oh,
shoot from work.
Shit. Here we go.
I might take off a little early, shoot from work. We have to see.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? I feel bad. All GameStop phones are literally blowing up.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah.
They're blowing
I'm definitely going to GameStop on my break tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going
give me
too.
an album. It's a wrap. I'm rolling straight over to NVA.
At midnight, I'm gonna be checking that website.
Yeah,
Ready to order.
there it is, Jay. Just to have it an official push. Push Square says PS Plus collection announced for PS5 launch. Subscribers get access to blockbuster PS4 games. Boom.
Yeah.
They pulled up with they pulled up with Persona 5, man. If
and listen, so hustle.
Persona,
Listen, I got to talk to you about this real quick. So I have not played Persona yet, and shout out to Nick Marcel, who's been telling me that it's been way too long. It's something I should have experienced. Now I get to play that game. Now it's not the Royale, but I'm going to get to play that game, and for no additional charge. That's unbelievable.
Let me tell you, it's not Royale. It's not Royale. But the stuff for Royale doesn't take place until, well, some of it takes place in the beginning, but most of it doesn't take place until after you finish the campaign.
Okay.
And you have to unlock a confidant at level 10. You got to max the confidant out. They don't tell you that.
God.
But I'll tell you this. If you haven't played Persona 5, I am 40 hours in on the vanilla version. And oh my God. Hey, listen, man. Y'all have heard Luca go on about that too. There is a reason why people are so high on it. I guarantee, like, I'm not lying to nobody. I haven't played an RPG in like 20 years. The last RPG I played was Super Mario RPG. Persona 5 is hitting so different. It's laugh out loud moments. I got those moments on stream, man. It's hitting different. It's a really good game. If you haven't played it and you get a PS5 day one, you download that one first. Just download it first. You can thank me later. That's all I'm saying.
That's
yeah,
unbelievable.
I think this is huge because it's like it's kind of shutting up the Xbox side with the whole, oh, we got Game Pass. Well, now we have PlayStation Plus collection, so there's something there day one at launch that's gonna get new gamers to play it.
And you only get the Xbox Live if you get the Game Pass Ultimate, right?
Right, exactly.
That's like $15. PlayStation Plus isn't $15, and you get the ability to play games online.
Yeah, it's 60 as far as we know, unless they, hope
Was
they don't raise the price.
there a third game they said was a console launch? They said besides, so we have Demon Souls, we have Miles Morales.
Was Demon Souls announced as a?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't during the show. Jeff Keighley just announced it, and everyone.
It wasn't Final Fantasy 16.
No.
That was can I pay a little respect? I didn't even know like what that was when I was watching this. Oh, this looks interesting. Final Fantasy 16, a console exclusive. It's on PC too, but it's on console too, man. And,
it's gonna be a more mature Final Fantasy. You can just tell by some of the bloody scenes that they have in it. That's gonna be a way more mature Final Fantasy. So that's exciting.
I'm down with that. Yeah, I'm down with that.
And it looks more like the combat. It looks like kind of like combat from Final Fantasy VII Remake. So that'll be definitely.
I like how you pointed that out, Dark. You said it during the actual trailer. I got to be honest with you. That was my problem with Final Fantasy 15. It was just too goofy. Like everything was just like, they were pushing the car in the beginning. They're like, it was almost like watching that scene from Karate Kid. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and push the car. You hit contact. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening here?
Like a medieval type of.
And then you went over.
The other great thing about everything we saw was that there was gameplay in everything that we saw. It wasn't just cinematics. It wasn't pre-rendered shit. It was all gameplay. So we know exactly what those games are going to look and play like.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's exciting. I mean, if you're not excited for the PlayStation 5, then you're not a gamer.
Because I mean, to this point, Xbox hasn't shown us anything that's gameplay for the most part. I mean, what have they shown us that's actual gameplay? I can't even think of anything.
The only things that they've showed was Halo Infinite, which has been delayed.
Which was dog shit anyway.
Yeah, it looked like shit. They showed the Medium that looks interesting, but
I think they showed some gameplay of Scorn.
They showed some gameplay of Scorn, but Scorn looks boring as fuck. They showed. That's about it, yeah.
And everything that PlayStation has shown from both events has been pretty much gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of their stuff, if you notice, like for Xbox, it's a lot of stuff that's not coming until next year or the following year. So it's like I see where they're kind of going. I mean, they I don't want to dog too much on the Xbox because I still want to get one. I still want to have one in my collection. I just like having the new stuff anyways. So, I mean, but now that I've seen what PlayStation's showing, I'm definitely trying to get that first, before I try to even go with a Series X or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it makes sense for the simple fact that they've got a bunch of stuff planned out and heading out and heading and stuff like that. So yeah, it's that they blew me away. I mean, and then the one more thing was pretty damn
God of
interesting.
War,
like,
God of War 2, Ragnarok.
Of course, you gotta have one more thing.
Yeah,
I mean, God of War is probably their biggest franchise ever.
I said in a podcast yesterday, God forbid they show a Kratos beard hair today. It is a wrap.
I told Mooch, I was like, you got to have something, a logo, a boy, something, and that'll get people hyped up. And they managed to do that. You know what I mean? That's exactly what they did. So, man, now tomorrow begins the hunt.
Well, that goes to show that they were working on it right after they did God of War.
Well, listen, like I said, they were working on something. They were working on something that was going to be DLC, right?
Yeah.
Like an expansion, and then they said it got too big, so that went right into the sequel. So that's what we're getting. Like, but holy crap! Like, man, I can't wait to play the next God of War. On my OLED.
Yeah,
next year that's going to be.
There's people in the chat crap. There's people in the chat crap saying that Demon Souls may be timed exclusive to PlayStation.
Sony owns the IP.
That's what I'm wondering, but there is something that came out. I'm looking for it now. It says right here, it's from PlayStation, and it says not available on other consoles for a limited time. Also available on PC.
It could come to PS4 at some point.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I but here's the
100%
thing.
Sony owns that IP.
If Sony owns that IP, it's not going to Xbox
100%.
then. But I would say this much too. I think a lot of people forget this, and I understand that there's the console wars, which by the way I think is always healthy. It's fun. But I'm saying, like, in all honesty, I think that you have to understand when you're talking about a console launch release, like we're talking about, if something is 6 months or a year or more than that time to a console, I'm not waiting a year to play a game. Like, and not just that, like especially when Xbox is not offering any exclusives for launch. Like that I seemingly care about. Like, so like the fact, like, why would I wait? I'm going to buy a Series X and sit on it and wait for Demon Souls to come. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to get a PS5 and I'm going to play Demon Souls. But Crap's right, it is owned by Sony, so I don't know how that necessarily works. Dirty J's in the chat, he says, PlayStation gives me what I want, I give them my money. Now that's a good business. Also, Dark Optimus equals ratings. Wow, there you go. Wow, Goldblum, I never heard that before. I've got to bring you on.
What kind of ratings you're gonna get, but it might be shit.
Well,
Hey, I have a question.
Go ahead, Hustle.
Yeah.
So Sony has like a thing with Epic, correct? So when we saw like it's only a limited time on console and it's going to PC, does that mean it's not going straight to Steam? Does that mean it's going straight to Epic? Are there any thoughts there?
I have no idea.
Okay, just curious.
It's probably gonna go to Epic first, and then it'll go to Steam or whatever.
Crap, you're 100% Sony owns the IP?
100%.
Take a look.
Then that means that it's going to PC and it's probably going to PS4.
Already announced it for PC.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I don't really care where Demon Souls goes because it's going to come to PlayStation 5 first, so that's where I'm going to be playing it. Yeah. Like, I'm one of those type of gamers. It's like, as soon as that new game, that new hotness comes out, and it's like, I want to play it, and I don't want to wait like 6 months to a year. I'm not going to wait. That just doesn't make sense to me to wait that long.
Right.
I mean, especially by that point, the game's probably either going to be on sale or the game's probably going to be there's going to be other games that are coming.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm looking at it right now, but I'm also looking at this article from PlayStation Lifestyle that says this was back a few years ago. People were asking for a Demon Souls remake, and From Software said it's up to Sony because they're the ones that own the IP. So
right.
Yeah, that's why they couldn't. That's why they couldn't do like a Demon Souls 2 is because Sony owned that IP. So that's why they came out with Dark Souls.
Right.
Yeah. So Miyazaki explained that the Dark Souls IP is owned by Namco, while Demon Souls and Bloodborne are both owned by Sony.
Mm-hmm. So we could possibly see a Bloodborne 2. That would be fucking sick.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean,
a game over title.
At some point, yeah. I mean, I think that it's the way that they did it seems pretty smart to me. It's going to be very interesting. But man, tomorrow it means you got to go out and try to secure that PlayStation 5.
Yeah, which is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Oh,
12
it's not.
Is it starting at 12 o'clock tonight? Is it 12 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow? Because if it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, I'm just shooting the GameStop and I'm just going to take the PS4 to work with me and all that. So does anybody know? Or
I don't know yet. I'm about to.
Yeah, as soon as we end this here, I'm going to make a lot of phone calls. Yeah, Sony owns the Demon Souls IP, so I'm thinking other consoles might mean PS4 at a later date.
Or it might just be like it might it might not actually happen, because I mean, if people get the PS5 right away, what's the point in putting it on PS4?
Yeah.
If people are already into the ecosystem of PS5.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan McCaffrey just tweeted this out. Somebody just linked it to me. He says, please spare me. All of your exclusives are bad for the industry. Takes Xbox fans. I'm commenting on what I see. He says Final Fantasy 16 is a huge get for Sony. It's a business.
Yeah, it is.
He says if Xbox had trotted out anything remotely this big as exclusive, you'd be celebrating it loudly. That's basically the truth. Okay, like because exclusive is bad for the industry. Listen, come on, guys. It is what it is. Like Sony, they want people to upgrade. They want people to buy their console.
Absolutely.
I look at it this way: no one's putting a gun to your head and telling you to buy an Xbox. You could save your money and get a PS5 if you want to play all those games. If you want to play Final Fantasy 16 and you can't play it on PC because you don't have a good enough PC or whatever, then save your money and not get a Xbox Series X or Series S and get a freaking PS5. Like,
so it's funny because Sony came in and like totally took all of the Xbox thunder. They
Xbox
really
never
undercut
had
them. I mean, listen, people
they for sure undercut them with that freaking Final.
There was that 14-hour period where people were like, "Yes, it's going to sell. It's going to sell like hotcakes or whatever." You know what I mean? And now it's like you just sit there and you kind of go, "I don't know."
Excuse me, gentlemen, can I interrupt you one more time?
Oh yes, please.
Yeah.
Jeff Keighley again coming through on Twitter. He says, "Note: I am hearing some retailers may make inventory available today as well. Stay tuned."
I just read that.
I'm deleting all this shit off my PS4. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Let me do this. I'm going to read these last super chats and then we'll sign off. Pantherium says pre-order tomorrow per select retailer Sony Twitter. Link to the Light says great preview, you guys, always killing it. And Eddie T says Jeff Keighley is saying I am hearing some retailers may make inventory available today as well. Stay tuned. So there you go, guys. Shout out to Rated D Demonic who's here. He says, Mooch, can we all get a roll call of who is getting what system now that both consoles have been announced? I'm getting a PlayStation 5 physical edition and a PlayStation 5 digital edition.
I'm just getting the one.
And I will probably get one Series X just because
if I do get an Xbox, it'll be a Series X.
Yeah.
Just because there's no point in the Series S, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
For
$200, I want to get the full next-gen experience and not have to be limited to anything.
Yeah, I myself personally, I would get a Series X because they're offering, you guys saw the GameStop ad, they're giving $200 for the Xbox One X. You're not going to get that later. You know what I'm saying? So you got it now, you're not going to get it later. JD Gamer says Demon Souls coming to Xbox and PC. No, it's not, JD. Miles on PS4, where all the AAA exclusives now. What do I need a PS5 for? How is that pony contract feeling right now? JD, no, Demon Souls IP is owned by Sony. So it doesn't mean it's coming to Xbox. It might be coming to PS4. And it's coming to PC. Everything's on PC now, JD. So if you're going to go by that, you don't need a Series X. You don't need a PlayStation 5. Everything's going. But you know what's not going? I don't believe Spider-Man. You could say Miles Morales is on PS4, which I don't know if you have one or not. But you're not going to get the PS5 quality, ray tracing, etc. And you're also not going to get the other games that come exclusively to PlayStation 5. So
they announced Miles Morales for PS4.
Yeah, Insomniac did. They said you'll be able to play it there. They want to make as much money as they can. I don't blame them for that. I don't blame for that.
There's a shit ton of PS4s in the ecosystem.
But I mean, my question to JD Gamer is, what are you playing on Xbox day one? Like, I don't understand. Like, I can understand where you're coming from. With the console wars, I'm all about that. I get it. But I mean, I don't understand what's happening on Xbox day one, besides Left 4 Dead 4 or Left 4 Dead 2 in 4K. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to play Demon Souls on PS5 day one. I'm going to play Miles Morales day one, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be another couple of games day one. I don't know. I don't know.
You can't just block a hit. You got to block the hit and then come with a hit of
Yeah,
your own behind that.
right.
And the damage control is just the attempted block with no hit behind it. That's all it is.
It's like if you just parry the entire game, you're still not going to win.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. Like, I get where you're coming from in the console wars, but like when I take a new console home, I can't wait to play the new games. And so if you want to wait a year and a half till maybe Sony allows it to go to Xbox, which Sony's never really done that. I don't know what Sony's done that with in any other title. Crap, has Sony ever taken an IP and released it on Xbox?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I when it says other consoles, I think they're saying it'll probably be available for PS4 maybe after the new year or 6 months later. I don't know. One thing that today didn't do, today's show didn't sell me on an Xbox.
No.
That's for damn sure.
Oh, they damn sure curb stomped the Xbox, and I don't want to slander one company in favor of another. Like Xbox doing what they did, because I truly believe it was going to be $5.99 and $6.99 or $4.99 and $5.99 for those versions of the PlayStation if Xbox didn't come out and announce that price. If we being real, I think it was going to be that high for them. But it's good. It's good that we have like competition going on, and let's see if Xbox can recover. I hope they can.
We'll find out. I mean, Crap, are you doing something after this, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go live about 5:35.
All right, let's do that, guys. Let's all take a break. Everybody try and catch a bite to eat. Hustle and Motivate, I want to say thank you to you. Dark Optimus, I want to say thank you to you as well. Supernova, outstanding having you here again.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
I appreciate it. And shout out to J-Dub City who had to leave. He's working. He's doing his thing. And shout out to the great Crap Gamer who we will be all talking in 15 minutes. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Great show. I think a lot of people were surprised. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thanks to everyone for the super chats. Guys, please do hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you on Friday, CrossFire, 7 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Peace out. Enjoy. And get your consoles pre-ordered. Peace.
Deuces.
Peace out.
Later.
Later, Gators.